all lanes of traffic moving, and we're going to start to see the front of that traffic jam really open up. It's the back half that's still struggling here from Arapahoe Road, and it also is hanging up that merging traffic coming off of southbound 225. They're backed up pretty good, and they're approaching Yosemite. That was the one big problem we were dealing with out here. Rest of the highways back to normal. As we take a look at your weather for the rest of today, we'll see plenty of sunshine and a high up near 81. Right now we're at 66 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Aaron O'Neill, 630 KHOW.
This is Lee Habib, host of Our American Stories. On our next episode, we'll tell the story of the Hollywood heartthrob and World War II spy, Peter Ortiz. You won't want to miss the next episode of Our American Stories.
Past carpet cleanings with ghostly residue of soap and chemicals left behind? Who you gonna call? The Residue Busters at ZeroResDenver.com. Because soaps and harsh chemicals scare me. Don't be tricked. Get the real treat. Zero Res. Nothing spooky left behind. 3 rooms starting at just $119 and $75 off duct cleaning. 303-471-5150. Don't be scared.
Financial health is more than just really the investments. You have to look at tax consequences. You have to think about legacy planning or generational planning or your healthcare options. Those all go together with your financial health.
Join Matt Goolsby for Retire Hour to hear his team in finance, healthcare, estate, and taxes discuss changes in law, strategic planning, and answer listener questions. Submit your questions to be answered live on air at retirehour.com. Retire Hour, Sundays at 8 a.m. right here on KHOW.
There are massive changes in health insurance this year. That's why you need certified experts on your side. You need Integra Insurance. They've helped me for years and can help you too. They look at everything available to you on and off the exchange and get you the best options for tax credits and subsidies. They also help you with everything Medicare. Let Integra make your health insurance shopping simple and smart. IntegraInsurance.com. 303-466-5500. 466-5500.
Denver's talk station has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now at KHOW.com. Inflation Salvation on 630 KHOW.
Yeah. Ripped off. Bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. Got a studio full here at my base, and we have Paul the Waterman with me, and from waterpros.net. Boy, a lot happening on that front. More and more chemicals discovered each and every day. I have Deputy D with us as well. Is Mark on? Mark? And I'll be going to Mark on camera a little.
Hang on, we're getting him.
Okay. And then Mark will be on. And then, of course, he's on from his studio. And then we'll get him on video shortly. But right now, we are going to have a special guest coming up in a little while. And I'm going to try to do that by Zoom. And we've already talked about it, of course. And he's ready to go on that. So welcome. It's the anniversary of the Hamas attack, and that's part of my guest topic we'll have. And then we're also talking about your problems, questions, and complaints. Now, in consumer life, there is something that is absolutely, positively happening that it's called shrinkflation. Do you know what shrinkflation is? Shrinkflation is where it's kind of weird. It's where they keep the price the same, but they give you less of the product, so they hope you don't notice price increases. God, it's happening all over. Listen to this. About 33% of products have shrunk. Have you noticed any of them? They shrink about 40% sometimes, as much as 40%. Now, when done in a survey, by the way, Lending Tree did this survey. They said 70% of Americans are noticing it. 70%. Now, they say that it's an easier nut to crack, an easier challenge with consumers than raising prices and keeping the price the same. I mean, the package the same. So what you really need to look at, and this is really good because supermarkets do what is called unit pricing on the shelves. Amazon does unit pricing. In fact, I think unit pricing has become ubiquitous in the marketplace, where you can find people or items, and even though you might get 3 for this much, and you might get 3 packages, or a pack of 100, or a pack of 30, there's always a unit price that tells you what is that breaking down per unit, and per ounce, or per whatever. It gives you a comparison so you're not confused. Now, what I want to know is if you've noticed it. I want to go to my panel right here. I'm going to go to both of you. Have you noticed it, Paul the Waterman?
Absolutely.
What have you noticed it with mostly?
Basically, everyday grocery items.
I mean, cereals are really, because the boxes are the same, so that's really sneaky.
Cereal.
But the weight changes.
Chips, cookies. I mean, we buy a lot of stuff for our granddaughter when she stays with us. And, I notice that, every major, household product we buy as far as groceries I have.
Deputy D.
Yeah, I think it's more interesting to tell you what actually is going the other way, which is the hole in the donut is getting bigger.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Kachina, do we have other deputies standing by?
We do.
Who do we have?
Deputy Bo.
Is he in the studio?
We have Deputy Doc, of course.
Are they in the studio?
And we also
Yeah,
have,
I sent you a message, Tom.
Thank you, sir.
Deputy Dollar.
Okay, cool. So who Bo's in the studio with Doc, and then Dollar standing by. Welcome. Okay, so 303-713-TALK is our number, 713-8255. And we'll go to John right now. John, what's happening?
Good morning, Tom.
What's going on with you, John?
Okay, I'll keep it brief.
Is this where your son is going through a divorce?
He's 10 years past the divorce.
Right. Okay. You called. I think you called on Friday, and we said we would get you back and try to get one of our experts. Tell your story, sir.
Okay. So after 4 years of joint custody, his ex-wife was able to make a case with the court that he should only have supervised visitation. Court accepted that, and they said, okay, you're going to go start meeting with your daughters in supervised visitation. That whole situation set aside for a second. First day of school rolled around, and he wanted to give his daughters a card and a snack, but he didn't want to go talk to them directly because he's not supposed to. So I volunteered to go and meet the daughters at my granddaughters at the entrance of the school. Stood there. First one came along, handed her those, said, "This is from your father." Went to the other school because she's younger. Found the other daughter, did the same thing, and left. The director of the school sent an email to me.
Which school?
With a letter
Which
that,
school?
I'm sorry?
Which school? You said you went to 2 schools.
Well, they're charter schools in Loveland.
But
Loveland Classic.
And is it the same director on both schools?
Yes, it is.
Okay, go ahead.
So they turned around and he sent me a no trespass order because I was helping my son violate court orders. Now, he's not violating court orders because there was nothing in the orders that said that he couldn't do what he did. And he didn't do it. I did it. So the question comes up in that, does the school director have the authority to bar me from
Well, there's more than that. There's more than that issue. Okay? There's more than that. Usually with a no contact order, if I had a no contact order not to contact Mark, and I sent a message through Deputy Doc, that is violating the order. Now, Deputy Doc.
No contact order.
What's that?
It it was not a no contact order per se, and that was a question.
Now,
that
hold
was
on,
unanswered.
John. What order?
Okay.
What order is your son under?
I'm not sure how to answer that.
It's supervised. I have it here. It's supervised visitation, right? Okay. Under a supervised visitation order, I'm not aware that he can't send messages to his kids. I'm not aware. We're going to get an expert. Okay? Now, here's the deal. I really need to get this done really quickly with Bonnie because I have some other calls. Bonnie, what do you think? First of all, the school can enforce anything they want, okay? The school has authority to say, don't trespass. You're not approved anyway. We don't want you giving things to any student. I think that's a separate issue. But Bonnie, when you have supervised visitation and you send a message to your kids, are you violating anything?
It depends on what that whole order says, Tom. You really could be.
Okay.
I really just had this. I had this issue come up in a case less than a month ago. If the court order says, here's what you get with your kid. You get supervised visitation 2 times a week at the so-and-so center. It didn't say you can also have phone calls with your kid. So, yeah, you could conceivably be violating that. It depends on what that order says.
Really?
And that was part of the issue. And there was a request to the court to clarify that. But in the meantime, because the courts are as slow as molasses, in the meantime, this is what we did. So the question is, does the administrator have the authority to bar me from the campus?
Yes.
Over a school?
Yes.
Okay.
They have the authority to do that, yes. The answer is yes. It has nothing to do with the order. They may give you a flawed reason, but all he has to say is, look you don't have authority to contact any of our kids at the school. Are you on any list to pick up the kids after school or anything?
I'm not sure. I may have been at one time.
Well, John, here's the bottom line. Bonnie, I think you'll agree with me. A private school or a charter school, it doesn't matter. There are approved lists for picking up kids and for contacting kids. Right. So you're asking 2 separate questions. Did your son violate the order? We don't know until we see the order. The second one is, does the school have the authority to tell you not to trespass? Yes.
Okay.
Bonnie, would you agree on both of those things? I would, Tom. I think you've got to take whatever that court order is and look at whatever's on there. That's what you get. It's not like you get that plus some other stuff unless it forbids you. That's what you get is what's on that paper. Now, John, he can challenge that, but not through you, because he can send a message, I guess, or text them maybe, but I don't think he can send a messenger no matter what, because that's a whole separate issue with the school, a whole separate issue. And in fact, with supervised visitation, I mean, he can't go and drop it off, and I don't know who can. Maybe he can ask the mom to drop or to give it to them. Right? Anyway, I got to take this break. I'm Tom Martino, Bonnie Shields Law. Thank you, Bonnie, divorce attorney, for helping, or family law attorney, for helping us out. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming up.
Yep. Hey there, Dan Cicchini, owner of Done Right Kitchens and Baths, Windows and Doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time to get started on that beautiful new kitchen or that awesome bath you've always wanted. See what our family can do for your family. 800-362-8370.
My turn to tell
This
you.
report is
Hang on a sec. Hang on.
stories.
We were getting Jordan.
People are happy.
I don't have any message about Joe. Nothing at all.
Right.
None.
Maybe
It doesn't matter. I'll just wing it.
To pay for healthcare.
I'll just keep playing stuff till she gets it up.
No, it doesn't matter. I can just do it. I imagine it's about his event.
You got it.
Let me just talk to him. She doesn't have to type her ass out.
That of the
Alrighty.
insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within
And it's the kid.
Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 844-43-BIBLE. That's 844-43-BIBLE. 844-43-BIBLE.
All right, I want to talk to Jordan Cano, and here's the deal. They do really some fun events. They really are. They're you may not consider them fun, but they are. They're informational on how to secure your retirement, and they do it in a movie setting, and the movie is well produced. It's like a docudrama, and it's true. They're true stories about people facing retirement and what they found out and what they did about it. Take it away, Jordan.
Yeah, so we're going to be holding an event this month here on Thursday, October 24th, and this is going to be another just full event. You've been to them, Tom. You know how packed they get, that people just want to find out information on how to be ahead of what we call the baby boomer dilemma. This is the issue we're facing in today's world with Social Security, the issues that we're going to see coming up, and how to save for retirement. And you said it in a little bit more fun fashion than just a seminar that might be boring out at a dinner or at an event at a hotel.
So what's the format? The movie, and then what?
Yeah, so they're going to watch the movie and absolutely go to mymoneymyway.com to register for that event. That's mymoneymyway.com. And basically, after you watch the movie, you're going to have a chance to just sign up with us, absolutely free, no obligation consultation, for us to help show you how you can build your retirement plan to avoid this baby boomer dilemma and put you into a situation that you and your family can count on money for the rest of your life.
And they're also going to, of course, take questions. So it's mymoneymyway.com, mymoneymyway.com, the 24th. That's AMC Theaters. Thank you very much, Jordan. We appreciate it. Now we have 888heating.com is doing their deep clean for $45 with a no breakdown guarantee this winter. What I love about 888heating.com, Garrett and his team really and truly specialize in great replacements for hybrid systems that use both electric and gas. If you have a solar system, or all electric or all gas, they have high efficiency that will save you money for years to come. Plus, they do their cleaning special for $45. Do it before the cold really hits us. 888heating.com. You know, real estate is a big deal. And everyone, whether you're buying or selling, needs consultation with an attorney to go over documents. But landlords also are being plagued with new laws concerning eviction. Some are facing squatters or other challenges. I urge you to call for all of your help. OLSlaw.com. That's O'Brien Legal Services. OLSlaw.com. 720-370-7388.
The check is
cute.
Okay, put me in queue or something. I'm going to bring up my Zoom caller to make sure I can have him up.
Do your thing, and I don't know why your overall volume is low.
Okay, I can pipe it up right now. Is that better?
Oh yeah, man, like
All right.
you're in my lap.
All right. Okay, Ari.
Whatever.
Ari, can you hear me? All right.
I don't understand.
I don't hear you yet. Is your on? Let me hear. I can't hear him for some reason. Let me see where that audio's going. Oh, there you go. Okay, let me hear you now. No?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Is he too hot? How's his level?
Great.
Okay. Now, I know there's an echo while I'm on with him on the thing, but it can't be helped for the Zoom part of it.
Yep.
All right. But I'm going to let him mostly talk. All right. I'm going to bring up some stuff. We have a few minutes here, Ari.
Okay, the timing is interesting. I just got up from the bomb shelter about 3 minutes ago. We just got shot at by Yemen.
Oh, my God. My God. This is amazing. Let me make sure you're framed properly here.
Yeah. Here we go.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Man, we got something very, very unique going on right now. We have from Israel live, and we have someone who I've talked to before, and I wanted to do something for the anniversary. I'm going to bring up the picture. Really good. Ari, again, I apologize to my audience if the sound isn't perfect, but I think it might be. Ari Lightstone basically has a big background in diplomacy and authorship. He's written books, also education. He was the senior advisor for the U.S. ambassador to Israel. He also had a crucial role in implementing the Abraham Accords, which were supposed to foster peace and normalization between Israel and Arab nations. And then before his diplomatic role, he was involved in Jewish education and all kinds of interesting things. He's very prominent in the Jewish community and in politics and now in Israel. And it's the 1-year anniversary of the Hamas attack. And Ari, I just want you to set the scene for what's going on right now, basically, if you could for us.
Sure. I mean, it was a year and 1 day ago that my family and I were in the midst of celebrating one of the happiest days of the Jewish year. And it wasn't just myself and my family. It was almost everybody who lives in Israel, Israelis and non-Israelis, Americans like myself and my family, enjoying the revelry of a day that culminates an entire month of Jewish holidays. And woke up that morning, went to synagogue at 7:30 a.m. Apparently, I slept through a rocket alert because they're fairly infrequent, or at least they were a year ago infrequent by my house. As I explained to you, 17 minutes ago, the Houthis from Yemen just shot at us, so we just spent a half an hour in our bomb shelter. But went to synagogue like we would any other Saturday morning. And about 45 minutes later, it was clear that this was not just any Saturday morning. There was murmurings, and then murmurings broke into rumors, and then rumors broke into an announcement from the rabbi canceling synagogue and ordering everybody to go home for their own safety. Now, if you spend enough time in Israel, you'll know that security incidences are way too frequent. But certainly there would be nothing in my neighborhood which was equivalent to Hilltop or Cherry Creek in Colorado. I mean, it's a pristine, beautiful suburb where the worst thing that happens normally is double parking. And to be sent home from synagogue for our own safety was something unusual. And then as we walked home, it's a 15-minute walk from our synagogue to our home, there were young men lining the street waiting to be picked up to go to the front in their uniforms with their weaponry. And that was just something that I've never seen in my life. After the Sabbath, we turned on the news, and the news was too horrific to imagine. It couldn't be true. There couldn't be mass murders inside of Israel. There couldn't be mass rapes inside of Israel. And there certainly couldn't have been kidnappings of not one or two, but hundreds of people. There couldn't be fighting within Israel itself. And I immediately sent a message to several of my friends who I knew would have called up, and if they weren't called up, they would have run to the line of fire, because that's the kind of people that they are. And I was chatting with one of my buddies on WhatsApp at around 10 p.m. that evening, and he said, we're approaching the next area that we need to go liberate. I didn't even know what those words meant. And about 3 hours later, I sent him a note to check in 1 a.m. to see how he was doing, and his buddy had his phone, and he said, your friend, my friend Omri, is not with us anymore. He was killed by a terrorist trying to save a family with 3 little kids.
Ari, how many hostages are still captive?
So on October 7th of last year, they took over 250 hostages from 44 different countries of every major religion, Islam, Christian, Judaism, and more. More than 100 were released. Several were rescued. Many of them were murdered. And today there are 101 bodies in Gaza. How many of those are still alive? Obviously, we pray for most, but the reality is no more than half are still with us, including somebody who was kidnapped at the age of 8 months and is now 20 months old, having spent more than 120% of his life in some tunnel under Gaza.
Now, what just happened today, you mentioned?
Yeah, so October 7th, which is a day where Jewish people, certainly Israelis, forget Jewish or not, are in a sense of commemoration of the most horrific attack against the Jewish people since the Holocaust. There are ceremonies, there are school assemblies, there are videos, there are stories. All of the national TVs and radios are playing somber songs, telling stories of heroism and martyrdom and all of these things. And Hamas uses this opportunity, obviously, to launch rocket attacks, their largest rocket fire since, I want to say July now. Hezbollah from the north has been shooting rockets all day long, and the Houthis in Yemen just shot a cruise missile at Israel, which sent everybody in central Israel to their bomb shelters for better than 30 minutes, as that missile, if it were to make an impact on a residential area, would kill 10,000 people. Thank God it was blown up in air by the incredible air defenses that Israel has co-developed with the great United States of America.
All right, I want to just address the elephant in the room. We all knew, and last year when this happened, you came on and said, put down your arms, we stop. Put down your arms, we stop. People on college campuses and all over, I don't want to go over it. I don't want to give them the dignity of publication, but we know they're saying you went too far. You went too far. They keep saying you went too far. And when are you going to stop? Okay, so Ari, how do you address that?
Yeah, no, it's very simple. And here, let's not get into complicated things. The war is over the day that the hostages are returned. The war could have been over on October 8th. The war could have been over on the day that those who organized, committed, and celebrated the massacre could have turned themselves in. But here's the challenge. And people in the West, until we get this, we will be destined to lose these wars. Hamas's goal is to see as many people die as possible, and that includes Palestinians. At every college campus that celebrates October 7th, the murderer, rapist, kidnapper who's hanging out in a tunnel under Gaza named Sinwar is celebrating, knowing that those college students, those college professors, and in some cases those college presidents have made his point. And it is remarkable how many useful idiots there are out there. This is not a hard moral decision. Do you stand on the side of the innocent civilians? Do you stand on the side of the rapists and the murderers and the kidnappers? And it's remarkable which side so many supposedly smart people have chosen. This is not a hard call.
But Ari, they say that innocent people are being killed. They show the news media. They're always showing the victims of Israel, the children, the women, the widows. So what do you say to that? They're saying, well, go after the terrorists, go after them, but you're not. You have too much collateral damage. How do you address that?
Yeah, so a couple different things. Let's just take one of these neutral arbiters, the United Nations. So they run an organization called the United Nations Work Relief Organization or Agency that's in charge of helping the Palestinians in Gaza. They have 14,000 employees in Gaza prior to the war. Well over 1,000 of them were found out to be active members of Hamas. In every single, listen carefully to this one, in every single UNRWA, UN facility in Gaza, and there are hundreds of them, every single one of them, not 80%, every single one of them turned out to be a terror base. So when they talk about the innocent circumstances that happen in Gaza over the last 20 years, when Gazans have had the opportunity to rule themselves completely and totally, they could have built Singapore, they could have built Dubai. Instead, they chose to build Hamasistan. And with that, unfortunately, comes an enormous amount of collateral damage. There are tens of billions of dollars of investment that went into Gaza. And it could have, again, built hospitals and universities and high-tech centers, but instead built terror tunnels. Every home, every UN center, every hospital was a terror base. Now, that does not mean that the innocent women and children who are victims here are anything other than a tragedy. But let's be very careful where we point the finger. That finger needs to be pointed squarely, directly, and totally at Hamas, who are rejoicing when they die. The classic picture is the Israeli soldier will stand in between the enemy and the women and children, the perceived innocent, which they are, and Hamas will put the women and children in front of them as human shields. If we can't understand this, and if we can't articulate this clearly, then the West has lost. We just haven't realized it yet.
Why aren't college campuses and certain factions not getting it, even within our own Congress? Why?
Well, there are two reasons for that. One is the oldest hatred in the world, anti-Semitism. Why has this been around for the better part of 2,500 years? I don't have an answer for that. I'm a faith-believing person. I think it's ordained from the Bible for some reason that I don't fully understand. But the second part is, look, the Western world has decided in the elite academic institutions and our mainstream media that the world has to be divided in between the oppressed and the oppressor. And they've decided that the Jews and Israel are the oppressor and the Palestinians are the oppressed. And then you have this crazy thing, which is called Queers for Palestine. I'll tell all of the listeners on your show what happens to Queers for Palestine. They get hanged from cranes in Gaza. They're not celebrated. There's no parade. It is a crime punishable by death. And it's not a crime punishable by death that people just sort of nod at. They actively pursue you with their secret police and publicly kill you in order to make a lesson out of you. And there are parades, there are protests on every college campus in our country of Queers for Palestine. It doesn't make any sense, not terribly dissimilar to the people who chanted, let's defund the police, and then are puzzled that crime goes up. This isn't logic. This is just emotions in order to virtue signal, and it's frankly nauseating.
Well, the same with women who violate moral codes, so-called moral codes. They're not friends of women.
Oh, for sure not. Feminists for Palestine is a relatively entertaining organization. I know exactly how they would be treated in Gaza. I know exactly how they would be treated in the West Bank. And by the way, let me just prove the nature here that is anti-Semitic as opposed to anything else. There have been more people killed in Sudan since October 7th, Muslims against Muslims, than Israel and Gaza by, I think, 10x. I haven't seen a single protest. There have been more people killed in the Southeast Asia in inter-country rivalries than have been killed in Israel and Gaza by, I think, 20x, and there are no protests. When people are walking on the streets of London or Denver or New York City, they aren't screaming anymore from the river to the sea. They're chanting that they represent Beirut and that they represent Tehran. This has nothing to do with rights for the Palestinians. This has everything to do with hatred for the state of Israel and, frankly, for the Jewish people.
Ari, I have to run, and I just want a parting message. If you could speak to those on college campuses or those in Congress who seem to be carrying the Hamas flag.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that because they're 1% of the country. I'm going to speak to the other 99% for just one moment. You're better than this. And to the degree that this becomes a Jewish problem, the Jews will figure it out. I'm here in Israel. Man, these are a resilient bunch. They're going to win this war. They're going to fight this war, and they're going to walk out more successful than they were beforehand. And they're going to dedicate it to the memories of those people who were killed. If you look at the 20-year-olds in Israel today who are willing to risk their lives for something bigger than themselves, and you look at the 20-year-olds on the Columbia campus or the Metro campus in Denver, Colorado, who are willing to protest as long as they get oak macchiatos with a little bit of foam, and they're willing to go ahead in that case, tell me which country you're going to bet on the future of. And I'm an American, and I want to bet on the future of America. But my goodness, if this is just a Jewish issue or an Israeli issue, America lost. And I refuse to believe that America will lose this. We are better than this. Those members of Congress don't represent you. They don't represent me. And those college professors, college presidents, and those pseudo students certainly don't represent the Americans that I know and that I love.
And Ari, your friends and neighbors in Denver who know you will love to see how good you look here. If they go to the Troubleshooter Network YouTube, you look great. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And happy holidays to you. And,
hey, Tom, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And we have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. I'm Tom Martino.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com.
Yeah, I'm after my spot.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Northbound I-25, we cleared out a crash after Hampton. We're still pretty heavy from Arapahoe. We have a wreck on Ilafit Tower and an accident southbound Wadsworth before Pomona. West of the city, intermittent closures on I-70 for blasting along Floyd Hill today until 3 o'clock. Cherry Creek Dam Road closed through mid-October. That's going to cause increasing volumes on I-225 and Parker. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny today, a high of 81. Expect smoke in the air through midday tomorrow due to the out-of-state wildfires. More sunshine Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday's high around 82. Right now it's 71 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Danny Christos, 630 KHOW.
This week on Red Pilled America, we explore Kamala Harris's mysterious time in Montreal and tell the story of a Donald Trump battle that planted the seed of the MAGA revolution. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Hey, coming up on the 26th of this month, you can learn from the comfort of your home or office in a webinar all about Vestera Turnkey. Vestera Turnkey is where my friend Barry Miller, a real estate broker, by the way, invented buyer brokers years ago. He knows about real estate. He's developed a strategy where you become a landlord with no hassles. They do the research. They buy the hot properties around the country. They tell you when to liquidate them. They even manage them. They have everything down pat. You don't even have to take a phone call. Vestera Turnkey, that's why the name is Turnkey, and you can double your money, in some cases, in 2 years. So mark your calendars for the 26th. This is where you to go find out more about it and to sign up. MyBiggestReturn.com. MyBiggestReturn.com. Hey, another investment you can make in your home, a solar system, but don't do it with just anyone. Red Rocks Roof and Solar are the people I recommend. Why? Because they're good people and they have the knowledge and the know-how to get it done right. The sales, the installation, and the service, they know it all, including all of the tax credits, even grants for commercial operations to get them paid for 100%. That's redrocksrs.com, 303-704-2449.
Thank you.
How much time, bro?
4.
Thank you. So, we'll get to some water stuff here soon, sir. I just knew him from years ago. He's a good guy. Okay. All of our mics are on while we're waiting here. Okay, let me get to my YouTube and see what's going on there. Boy, Milton's now in category 5.
Florida's getting a double whammy.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we get Mark on?
Don't know.
Did he try?
I don't know.
Yes.
Did he?
He had no.
Well, what the hell's going on?
I don't know. See previous statement about not knowing. Yeah, I haven't talked to him at all. I saw him Sunday. Came out and shot a little football.
Well, then why couldn't he get in?
I still don't know.
First of all,
let me check. I don't know.
He was trying to go on 3, which is bad.
Oh.
So I told him to go on 1, which is good.
Uh-huh.
And that's available. He said that he didn't have any sound.
Oh, okay.
And I also didn't have any sound on the phones earlier.
So what's the point?
The building says iHeart.
Well, no, Mark. I have him in queue if he wants to try. He's been in queue for a while, but all right. Sorry about your boy.
I rebooted everything.
Denver's talk station. Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Welcome to the show. I got with me Paul the Waterman, and by the way, give us a call on anything. You can call 303-MARTINO 24/7, 303-627-8466. And Paul the Waterman, let's talk. This is getting to a... People do not understand this. If they could see the crap in their water, they would be mortified. They would be absolutely mortified.
The PFAS problem.
PFAS. Those are plastics.
The PFAS are forever chemicals.
Okay. Wait. So we got two problems. We got the plastics and the PFAS. Let's explain the forever chemicals first, because I'm serious. This is what I'm reading articles every day, and I'm not sure why. I guess the election cycle, but no one is addressing water. No one.
No one's addressing water. The concern with the PFAS are forever chemicals that were introduced to the world basically in the 1940s. It's a water repellent resistant material, from fabric to chemicals, the coating that we'd spray on the windshield, the coating we used to put on cement. Back before Trex decking, we used to use this coating on wood decks.
So how do they get into the water?
So they get in the water environmentally. And now what's happened, Tom, is that the PFAS contamination is so bad that waste treatment plants nationwide, sell human waste to farmers. And the human waste is used for fertilizer. That human waste now is becoming so contaminated with PFAS that the farmers that use it on their fields, that ground and if the livestock that ate the hay, for example, are so contaminated.
They're contaminated.
That's right. They can't be sold.
So if they're called forever chemicals, then should we just toss in the towel? What the hell can we do about it? Seriously. They're called forever chemicals.
Forever chemicals. And what's going on is...
So what do we do about it?
Well, point of use reverse osmosis is step one. Is we have to take responsibility for our own safety and quality of drinking water. We have microplastics. That's another issue. We have pharmaceuticals. That's the other emerging issue, and that's a huge problem that they're not talking about, but they will. And so with the forever chemicals, they don't break down. They don't dissipate. And the forever chemicals, once they get in the water supply, they reconnect like mercury does. And so it's something that they started a year ago. The EPA did a webinar, and the webinar said, hey, we want this down to 4 parts per trillion. That's really small. Think about it. 4 parts per trillion is really small. Now the EPA comes back and says, hey, this issue is more toxic than what we first thought, so they want it down to 0.
Yeah, but okay, they may want that, but it's never going to happen.
It's never going to happen. So with the point of use RO system, that's step one. That's why I came up with that special for a softener and an RO for $31.95, because the proper functionality of a reverse osmosis is to supply it with soft water. And that way you got a water softener, you got the drinking water, and then you can start removing the PFAS, because I know right now the PFAS it's a global contaminant. It's in the plants we eat, the vegetables and fruit. It's in the meat we eat. plus that plastic wrapping that they wrap our produce when we go buy meat and steak and from the grocery store, that's also another issue of contamination.
So we're talking, okay, right now that's just the PFAS. What about plastic? That's totally separate.
That's totally separate.
Okay,
So we have
where's that coming from?
That's in every major body of water. University.
But where's it coming from?
Well, it's coming from the landfills. So plastic doesn't disintegrate or disappear. It gets smaller and smaller and smaller. The bottled water industry, in a separate note, because of their manufacturing practices, created PFAS problems in bottled water. And we all heard about that a couple months ago. So now what's happening is that when plastics run into something, instead of they get smaller and tiny, so now we have tiny particles.
So our treatment facilities can't deal with plastic.
They can't deal with that.
What about filtering?
Now, they are trying to design filters, but the issue with the filters is like, so if microplastics get caught in a filter, but then something else, another particle runs into it, it breaks it smaller. So that's where nanofiltration, where the reverse osmosis is designed to remove the plastics out of the water.
Will reverse osmosis, and I know people think, well, we're trying to do a sales job, but I'm telling you, this is the God's honest truth. Just like I talk about supplements, I feel the same about talking about water filtration. It's like talking about supplements. Your body needs certain things, or your body doesn't need certain things. With water, it's what it doesn't need.
Correct.
So with reverse osmosis, it'll take out PFAS and plastics.
Absolutely.
Down to what size?
Well, we're going to get about 98% reduction. And so the membrane is the RO membrane, reverse osmosis main filter, is at 0.001 micron.
Well, that's good.
So
okay.
But the thing to think about is that when we're talking about these microplastics, it's the same concern with PFAS. It's global.
I got to take this break. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but this is really important stuff. Hang on.
Thank you.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
Northbound I-25, we cleared out a crash after Hampton. We're still pretty heavy from Arapahoe. We have a wreck on Ilifet Tower and an accident southbound Wadsworth before Pomona. West of the city, intermittent closures on I-70 for blasting along Floyd Hill today until 3 o'clock. Cherry Creek Dam Road closed through mid-October. That's going to cause increasing volumes on I-225 and Parker. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny today, a high of 81. Expect smoke in the air through midday tomorrow due to the out-of-state wildfires. More sunshine Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday's high around 82. Right now it's 71 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and Weather, I'm Danny Christos, 630 KHOW.
This week on Red Pilled America, we explore Kamala Harris's mysterious time in Montreal and tell the story of a Donald Trump battle that planted the seed of the MAGA revolution. Listen to Red Pilled America on the iHeartRadio app. That's Red Pilled America.
Hey, Keel and Park, I love the way they practice their estate planning law. Here's what they do. They meet with you free of charge, without any charges, any obligation to go over your estate. You tell them all about your kids, your other heirs, possibly your business, your investments, your real estate, your cars, your collectibles, your artwork, whatever. You go over it all with your hopes, dreams, and wishes. They put together a plan after that meeting, and each item has a flat rate price. You decide how much or how little you want to do. It never gets simpler than that. There is no risk involved, and I urge you to call Keel and Park if you do not have an estate plan. You might need a will, a trust, a combination, or just a simple will. Whatever it is, payable on death certificate, a beneficiary's deed, Keel and Park. 970-818-8198, lawkp.com. All right. The art of granite is the art of doing countertops the right way. They do all countertops, not just granite. Of course, the name in the beginning, they were doing granite. Now they do quartz, quartzite, marble, anything. Anything natural stone, anything man-made, they can do, and they give you prices on the phone. They tear out and haul away free, and all materials are wholesale. So why don't you call theartofgranite.com and get your price right now? 303-386-5919, 303-386-5919. Genesis Total Exteriors will do everything on the outside of your house. Genesis. They will do the roofing and the siding and the gutters and the soffits and fascia and the decks and the painting, windows, doors. That's Genesis. Plus, they also have a division that can detect mold and remediate it the honest way without scaring the hell out of you. Genesis, TotalExteriors.com. Contractors you can trust that I've trusted for more than 30 years. 303-679-8509.
Thank you.
How much time?
2.5, 3.
And then we're out.
Oh, okay.
No, I mean, no.
I'll follow your lead, man.
No, I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, we got a minute. Got a minute of you.
Okay.
And we have a caller. Instead of just leaving messages.
.630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Eddie, what's going on with you, Eddie?
Yes, I was calling to see. I was renting a house out in Aurora.
Yeah.
And we moved out, and we got the security deposit back, but we had some charges on there that I didn't feel we should have been charged. And I was wondering if there was anything kind of we can do about it.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of things you can do. First, I want to ask you, did they follow the law and get that notice to you of what they were withholding within there's 30 days by law, but they can extend it to 60 days in a written lease. So did you get the notice in time?
No, the only thing we received was just the leftover, whatever was left over on the
When did you get that?
security deposit, and then just maybe about a week or two ago.
But that doesn't
we
tell me.
moved out.
But like how many weeks after you moved out, or how many months?
So we moved out at the end of July.
And at the end of
And
August.
we got
September.
it maybe about a week or two ago.
They may have violated right there and lost their right. Hold on, and I'll come back to you. It's important you hang on. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK or 303-MARTINO. We have more coming up on the Troubleshooter Show. Hey, bro, you are so kind. Let me just explain something to you, though. I don't use that shit cream in my
Thanks so much for calling the
I
Tom
use the
Martino
regular.
Show.
Oh, in the carton?
Yeah, I don't use the sugar shit.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, it's okay. No, I mean, I used it that day I ran out.
Yeah, that's.
Don't worry about it. I mean, I don't care.
I got one, Doc, and I got a cracker for you later when you're ready.
Mind if I use your restroom?
That's what I was going to go get now. These are better.
Can I have another shot of coffee?
I got one stashed for you, Mike. This is coconut.
Oh, excellent.
You like coconut or cranberry? Either one. They're both good.
Paul's coffee because you have to be back here.
We got coconut this week.
We don't have a Fred Montoya. We don't have a Bob Montoya. This is the Tom Martino Troubleshooter Show.
For quality of service, this call may be recorded.
Gee, I'm listening.
One now. For any changes to an existing in-home estimate appointment, press 2 now.
Oh, are you talking about Bob? Okay. Bob is from LEM Landscaping. Huge difference. You were talking about somebody named Montoya. No, that's not his last name. Okay. Alright. Could be. So is there a reason why you're calling us? Oh, so we already went out to your house? Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm understanding. All right. Usually we just have you work directly with our people. I would call him first and see if, yeah. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye.
Thank you for continuing to hold. If you prefer to have an agent call you back, please press 1 now. Or if you'd like to leave a voicemail, press 2. Otherwise, continue to hold.
Thank you for calling Champion Windows. Please leave your detailed message, including name, phone number with area code, and your system. We'll call you back as soon as possible.
Hi there. My name is Bo. I'm a consumer advocate for the Troubleshooter Tom Martino show. This is my 4th call into you guys regarding a screen door you installed for Ron McVal at in Aurora. So I'd like to get a call back so we can get this resolved. I've also sent an email, and you do have his address on file because this is my 4th call. So I'm actually in studio today, but if you could call my cell phone, I'd like to try to get a resolution or to try to get your side of the story as to why you're not coming out to get this door replaced or repaired after your service tech, John, said it needed to be replaced or properly repaired. My phone number is 720-633-3000. 720-633-3000. Thank you. Bye.
Very nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you for that.
Why they're closing the jam road?
Paul, you'd be the first guy calling when that cottage is designed. You can tell us where to place the equipment,
Yep.
what kind of pipes you want.
Resurfacing
Make sure
didn't
your
come out so
plumber
well with popcorn and
understands you want water filtration, so you
I'm
cleanse
sorry,
the
what?
pond that way. If you're gonna have a
Resurfacing.
well, you have a
Oh.
filter tank and
Okay.
right pump. So the first thing you have to understand is the well water quality will change. It can take up to a year for that well to settle. So you want to have a well that has an outside hydrant to
flush it.
Right. So then while they're building, you can be running water. And the biggest thing is
Hey.
Oh.
Hey, you.
Oh.
I have an idea.
Yeah, man.
If I don't know if this would work, use your brain. You know how I had Ari on Zoom?
Love it. Do the whole show that way.
No, I could do Mark. He wouldn't even need an access.
Yeah,
But-
sell it.
but
How much
would
you
he-
want to sell it for?
But would he be able? Would he be able to hear us? I mean, the callers, though. I'd love to experiment with it,
Yeah. Okay.
but not now, obviously. But I think it's kind of cool if we
I like it.
I mean, that would really like then we're both on 5.
Right.
Kachina, what do you think?
I think that you would have a very difficult time of hearing other callers on the phones here.
Well, we could test it though.
Yep. I like a quick test.
I could get a Zoomer on and test it.
Well,
Yeah, where is he? Has anyone?
No, he took off to do some business. He's not going to.
That sounded scary.
That's my my thing. I'm sorry. My
okay.
my opening, which expects at a certain time, but then I leave it up and it does it again. I don't mind it. I like it kind of, but it goes along with the opening music. Here it
Well,
goes.
and the opening music should be working.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Welcome to the show. I'm Tom. We are here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints, make your life just a little easier. All you have to do is call us at 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, or 303-MARTINO. That's 303-627-8466. If you call that number anytime, day or night, we'll get to you. Eddie had a call, had a question for us, and he wanted to know about this rental situation. Now, let me explain something to you people. It's really, I don't mean you people, I mean us people. I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, when you rent, under state law, they have either 30 or 60 days to return your deposit with an explanation of what they're keeping or whatever. Just they have within 30 to 60. 30 days without a lease. In a lease, they can extend it to 60 days, but it must say in the lease 60 days. So they never have more than 60 days. Eddie moved out precisely when? The end of what month, Eddie?
It was the end of July, about July 29th.
The end, well, okay, so in other words, that was the end of your lease or when or you just had month to month or what?
Yeah, that was the end of the lease.
Okay, so the end of July, then you would have had August and September. They would have had 60 days. When did you actually get the deposit back, the balance, with an explanation?
We got it back September
Okay, they did it within the time. They did it. Okay, so there. If they didn't do it within that time,
in my lease it said 90 days.
No. Oh, they can't extend it to 90 days unless the law changed.
Right. That's what I was looking at, and the lease did say they had up to 90 days.
Well, I don't care what the lease said. They can't go against state law. Now, maybe, I don't know if the law changed. Get O'Brien on. I'd love to ask him. O'Brien Legal Services, Brad O'Brien. I'd like to ask him if that law changed. But here's the deal, Eddie. If you disagree, you can disagree, but you won't get treble damages. For example, if they never told you in time or didn't do it properly, you could have sued for treble damages. Triple is treble in law. So, but you can still dispute the items. So tell me specifically the items you're disputing.
Well, they had a general cleaning that they charged us for. That was about $250, and then they did another yard care cleanup, which was another $150. And so I guess my thing was, in the lease, there was never anything that said I had to have the house professionally cleaned, just the carpet. So we cleaned the house. We made sure the house was clean.
Okay, now this is going to be classic.
Go ahead.
It's the classic he said, she said. They're simply going to say it wasn't clean.
Right, exactly. Same thing with the yard.
Right.
But
that's all. Did you have pictures? See, I always recommend a walkout list, a walkout inspection where you both are there and the landlord signs off then. I don't know why.
The thing because
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I want a walkout list, but if you didn't get one, it's going to be a he said, she said.
Well, I remember seeing somewhere that that they didn't want us there when they did their inspection, which was
which is stupid. You see that's a recipe. Right. That's a recipe for disaster. But it's too late.
Exactly.
Now what you would have to do? How much did they withhold?
In total, they withheld, and some of it was. So in total, they withheld $522.
And how much do you think? How much do you think was unjustified?
I'm going to say the majority of it because we did have water charges, was just what we had from when we were there. But then I had another replaced furnace.
Well, give me an idea. Give me an amount. I'm trying to figure out if it's worth going after.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, let me.
Like, give me an amount of how much you think you should have gotten back. You know, how much is in dispute? Let's just go there. How much is in dispute?
Right, that's all I'm going to get you right now, whatever I feel that...
because that's going to be the key factor. Because then you go to small claims court, but again, your chances of winning are slim.
And so here's the other kind of dilemma with that is I no longer live in Colorado.
Yeah, then it's over. Unless you can find small claims that does Zoom. Some small claims since COVID do Zoom. They will allow a Zoom.
Okay.
Some will. But I think, Eddie, at this point, it might be worth just moving on. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I mean, I'm still going to call them. The other thing I was asking about, so they sent me the check. If I deposit this check,
no, it's not an agreement. No.
To these charges?
No.
Okay, good.
No, people think that.
I kind of felt, but that was my biggest thing is I wanted to see, I'm going to deposit this check. I am going to dispute this with them just for giggles. And I guess the only other thing I can do is just go on the forums and just tell people how to be wary about this company. It's kind of about the only thing. I was just wondering if there was, besides small claims score, but I know because I'm no longer there, that might not be an option for me.
Okay. I think
the total would have came out to $455.
Yeah, I think you gotta, see if you can do a small claim by Zoom, see what the hell they say, and then take it from there. 303 713. So thanks, by the way, Eddie. I wish I had more definitive, but it's really hard on those security things. I always recommend in the very beginning, if you could work out with the landlord or management company that you have both a walkthrough in the beginning and a walkthrough at the end together. That really would be good. By the way, you can text me. 57739 is the iHeart short code. The other one is my personal Google number. And I can't tell you how I appreciate you people, again, I say that, what the hell am I talking about? My friends not overdoing it or abusing it, but you can text me. It comes directly to my cell phone. It's forwarded to my cell phone, 747-999-5280, 747-999-5280. Personal text to me, and I will answer you. So I got a text for Paul the Waterman. And Paul, we were talking about nanoplastics and forever chemicals. Someone wants to know, if I get a reverse osmosis, that'll be fine for drinking, but do the forever chemicals or the plastics do harm in the shower? All right, go ahead.
So you can use a whole house activated carbon filter to remove the forever chemicals. The forever chemicals can be breathed in steam. So when I go into a customer's home and I do a water analysis, I test the hot water to show them.
But in the shower, is it absorbed in your skin?
Well, I see your skin. We used to think your skin was like leather, didn't absorb anything, but it does. A lot of medications are given atopically now.
Right.
Okay.
But do you think, I mean, I'm just asking. I know if you don't know scientifically, what is your gut? Are there scientific tests? Are they finding these things in people as a result? How would they know if it's from drinking or showering? They wouldn't.
See, here's the thing. Right now, there's attorneys that are going online asking people for the suing for the PFAS contamination. So PFAS is a liquid. It's going to be in the vapor. So I'm going to have to say yes.
Now, what about plastics? They're finding nanoplastics in autopsies, but that could be coming from drinking water too, not necessarily showers.
Nanoplastics can absolutely breathe in the air. You bet, Tom, because they're so small you don't see them.
But
right?
in the water, what about in the water? I wonder for showers. I don't know. I just don't know. I wish we didn't have any of this crap.
Well,
this is more of an issue. By the way, here's what's funny, and I'm not going to poo-hoo anyone's sacred goat, okay? But to me, it's just as or more important than climate change.
I totally agree with you. I think it's more important than climate change because water is everything. Water is health.
I mean, it's immediate.
Well, it's something that no one has thought about or paid attention to, and I think the contamination issue.
Oh, we're killing our water system.
Correct.
Now, Thomas, real quick here. What is your issue with Champ BMW? By the way, you know how I like talking about from hero to zero on companies like Champion Windows, for example. Terrible company. From hero to zero. Champ's another company that went from hero to zero as soon as the mom got out, Lisa Champ, who was the, of course, daughter of Ralph Champ, and then the son took over, and unfortunately, he can't carry his mom's mantle. Go ahead, Thomas. What's going on?
Yeah, Tom. Great show. Appreciate what
Thank
you
you,
do
man.
for everybody.
Thank you.
Ordered this car in 22. Went through the delivery process.
What did you
Got
order?
it in 330i, just an entry level.
Okay. And what's going on?
It came in, and a few months later, I noticed that it came with run flat tires, which I did not want.
I hate run flats.
And I specified that because of you.
Wait a
sir.
minute. Did it come with run flat, and you specified it on the buy order you did not want them?
Absolutely.
Wait, the buy order literally says no run flats.
Correct. And it came with a spare, which you apparently cannot order the combination. Why would you need a spare with run flats, of course?
Right.
And I have documentation that they have said that they did order it wrong. The build was wrong. They're blaming BMW.
But why did you wait so long for this to come up, bro? It's 2024.
I know, Tom. I've been running on them. I figure they're used once you drive off the lot. I've been actually fighting with them. I have the emails. I've been going back and forth with them.
I would say it's too really because any tire would have worn out. I think honest to God, Thomas, as much we could have gotten you regular tires. I don't think you can't do it now. Run how many miles on this car?
12,000.
Okay, well, it's not that many miles, but certainly in years. Look, what are you looking for? Let's go there. What are you looking for?
I want what I bought, what I paid for when I'm paying interest on.
Yeah, but you already used the hell out of these tires. Had you done that on pickup, I mean, when did you discover they were run flats?
3 months later.
That's when you should have.
With the excitement and everything of a new car, I did notify him then. I have the documentation, and I've been fighting them ever since, Tom.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means. Fighting them ever since. Tell me, what exactly does that mean?
Telling them that the order was wrong, and that I would like to come in and have the tires put on, and they've just shined me on.
Who did you talk to for the past 4 years?
Ben Wagner.
Who?
Ben Wagner.
Is he still there?
Yes, sir.
All right. Who wants to take this? Come on, bros.
I can call over there, Tom. Maybe the caller can just give a call, maybe get a partial credit on the tires.
No matter what, he's had those run flats. I mean, truly, no matter what, even if you were fighting with him, Thomas, you still use those tires for 4 years, man.
I know.
I mean, you did. You used them for 4 years. I don't even know. I agree that.
Them to make me.
Go ahead.
How would I have forced them to do anything besides going to small claims or calling you?
You would have either one, small claims or me. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
We would have had him changed out. I can almost guarantee that. Look, maybe Bo has an idea to get some kind of proration, but
okay.
But man, you do understand.
That's the only thing
but
you can do.
The run flat tires are actually more expensive. You know that.
Absolutely, and one is the right front has a big
bulb.
On
why do you not want it anymore? Why do you not want the run flats right now, since you've driven them for so long?
I had it towed last week because the right front tire now has a big bubble on the side of the tire.
Why?
The sidewall.
Why?
I don't know.
A bubble? Well, if that's a defect, that might be under warranty. The problem is, man, run flats suck. Actually, all-wheel drives suck, because no matter whether you have a run flat or not, with an all-wheel drive car, if you truly wear out, if you have to replace all 4 tires if you have a certain amount of wear, or you have to have the new one you put on shaved, and few people still do that. And so, but here's the problem with the run flat. The problem with the run flat is that you run it flat, and then you drive to the place, and they can't repair them. The reason they can't repair them, well, they won't repair them. They refuse to repair them. And if you do get it repaired, your warranty's gone. So the thing about run flats is you can't repair them. So then I say, okay, because this happened to me, then just replace the run flat. Can't. You got to replace all 4 because you had too many miles. So then I called that the $2,000 flat. So what I'm saying is this: had I had regular tires, I could have had it repaired, and I would have saved $2,000. So run flats did me no good. Here's what run flats did: I got to drive to a tire place to get a $2,000 quote. That's what run flat did. They will not repair run flats. That's the biggest issue with run flats. I'm Tom Martino. We have more coming. Did I take a break or not? I don't.
Yet.
Not yet. So I got to take this break. We'll come right back.
Hey there.
Have Bo take it.
Done right kitchens and baths, windows and doors. There's absolutely no reason why right now can't be your time.
Getting Bo on the run flat.
Get Bo on the run flat.
Path you've always wanted. See what
Here you go.
Your family. 800-362-8370.
Hey, Discount Bath. I like the name because usually baths mean empty your bank account bath. Discountbath.com doesn't do it that way. In fact, they're so proud of their prices. They'll give you a price on the phone. Here's what you do. Or actually on your phone. Yeah, on your phone, but you don't have to talk to them even. What you do is you go to discountbath.com and fill out some information. They send you a link where you can upload video to them. And then the reason you have to fill out information first to get the link is they don't want people just sending all kinds of stuff because you wouldn't believe what people would send. So, and they don't need video of genitals. So if you want to get your bath done, just fill out the information. They send you a link. You send them video of the bathroom or the area in the basement where that's roughed in, or your master bath or whatever, and they give you a price. Now, by the way, you can also get just a shower conversion at $9,888. That's discountbath.com. Vestera Turnkey. Vestera Turnkey. That is a system developed by esteemed real estate broker Barry Miller. Now, I've known Barry for years and years, I think almost 40 years. Now, Barry invented buyer brokerage, and now he's gotten a way for you to get into rental real estate. You can be a landlord without the hassle. They've researched the hottest markets in the country, when to buy, when to sell. They take care of all that for you. And also the management of the rentals. You don't even have to take a phone call, but he wants to teach you about this system and get you part of it. He's having a webinar now, so you can do it from your home or office. It's on the 26th. It's mybiggestreturn.com to sign up. mybiggestreturn.com. Okay, Retirement Planning Center of the Rockies. The name says it all. If you're looking to approach retirement with a happy plan, a secure plan, you can reach them, and here's what they'll do. They'll go over all of the elements you have right now, where you're weak, where you're strong, and they'll help you with all kinds of recommendations. If you're 30, it's better than if you're 60 or 70, but they can help you at any age. And they'll be happy to talk to you about what they do. Just ask them directly. How do you help me? They'll tell you. And how do you save me money? They'll tell you. rpcenter.com. Give them a call. 970-663-3211.
Thank you. What do you have here? 2.5.
Poop. Have Bo take the Thomas thing. I ain't taking anything else of that.
Right. Get him on the run flat thing, right?
Yeah. Hey.
What?
Why does Doc write in all caps?
He's getting old. It's hard for him to see.
Is that really truth? Is that why he does it?
I like large letters too, but people would think I'm rude, so I won't do it.
I don't even get what this guy is. That's like a person who eats a meal of fish at a restaurant and wants his money back because it tastes fishy. I don't understand what he's talking about. Plastic found in testicles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Microplastics in testicles. Microplastics are found in newborn babies. It's the truth.
Okay, Thomas, so we're going to go ahead and escalate this to one of our deputies. His name is Bo. He's going to be calling you a little bit later. And just want to reconfirm your number, 720-470-3556. Perfect. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and send him.
So do you realize if the human waste can't be used as fertilizer, that's contamination?
Okay, no
problem. If they bury it in the ground, it's only what's it going to do? We're going to have to start incinerating.
Good morning. Thanks so much for calling the Tom Martino Show. Okay, I'm only getting about every second word because you either have me on a speakerphone or Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
Okay. What's your name, Kayla? And what was the issue that you were
if you decide like to retire and downsize in a really small place, can I have that?
Isn't that cool?
Okay, Kayla. Hang on for me, okay?
KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
Hi, Tom Martino. Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Deputies, if any of you are working on anything that you want to give me an update on, I'm willing to do that. I also, I know, is Bo working on some right now? Because I do not want to let this scumbag mofo, am I allowed to say that or not? Mofo? Yeah. More, whatever. Anyway, here's what I want to do. I want to, this guy's got, we've been exposing him. I want to continue to expose him. It's the sleazebag piece of garbage, Justin Garcia. 719-571-0437. I'm not really sure if the guy is even still using that number. But he is a scumbag, liar, thief that should not be in business. He stole $62,000 from a woman. Now, it was a deposit. He did not put it in trust as required. He does not have it. He claims he doesn't have to have it. Who's working on that one? Are you working on that one? No, Bo.
Bo is. I've been helping him.
So,
yeah, Dimitri, the guy's still using his number. He's arrogant because he thinks his contract is above the Contractor Trust Act, and he thinks he's entitled to the money.
Did you get any response from the DA you wrote to and the Attorney General and all that?
So this is what happened. The DA will not look at this case unless a police report is filed.
Well, have a police report.
So she did. She did file a report, and the Colorado Springs Department so backed up, they had an officer that works at the Colorado Springs Airport take the report. So apparently it's done, but she has to get a copy of it electronically, and I told her she needs to get it as soon as possible so we can tender it over to the DA.
Good.
And Dimitri was also working on, I think, Mr. Pacheco at the Attorney General.
Yeah, the Colorado State Attorney General's office responded to my inquiry.
What did they say?
Mr. Pacheco emailed me asking for my phone number so he can discuss the case further.
Did you talk to him?
I didn't, because it looked like Bo took over that email conversation.
Let's do two fronts. Let's do as many as possible.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I'll call him right now.
And Dimitri, he did not contact me regarding the email I sent him.
I'll call the State Attorney General's office right now.
That would be good.
In
we
the
need
Department
a team effort.
Also, I contacted the U.S. Department of Justice because they run a certain website, which is called National Elder Fraud Hotline.
Oh, good.
And the lady over there, she said that we should file a police report. And then which is correct. I asked her if the Department of Justice would like to take on this case or at least evaluate it. And she said, well, I really feel for the consumer in this case, but you need to pursue this with a police department.
Yeah. All right.
So,
now,
we're
Paul,
working on it.
Thank you, Bo. Anything else up in the air? Doc, you have anything up in the air?
Yeah, I'm working on that Verizon where he bought a phone at Walmart, and he was supposed to be $20 a month for a year.
Yeah.
So I finally was able to get in touch with somebody at Verizon through the media outlet.
Yeah.
And they gave him a case number, and he was supposed to contact them this week. So I will let you know the outcome of that.
Thank you very much on that. Kayla, you're working with Bo on a roofing issue. Wait, that's not the one we just talked. No. This is something else. So, Kayla, what's happening on your problem? Bo, give us a rundown on this here.
Yeah, she called in, I believe on September 12th. She hired, I believe it's called 303 Roofing.
Right. 303 John Sandoval. Yeah.
Okay. So I want to see if I got it right.
He's on Yukon Street in Denver. She paid $6,000 up front. He never came back.
Right. So I placed I placed 3 calls to him. He didn't call back, so I decided to go over there on September, I think, 14th.
And didn't he promise to return the money?
I was kind of surprised. I'm going to tell you, I've only been hoodwinked like 3 times in my life, and I did get hoodwinked by the guy. I went to his house, and he actually contacted me while I was in the driveway, and he gave me a song and dance that Kayla was having trouble picking the right color of roof and because of COVID, and it was back ordered, and he promised me that he would tender over the $6,000 to her within 2 weeks, and that he would take a picture of the check. And you know, Tom, I believed him. I mean, he sounded really sincere. And
do we have a picture of this guy?
Kayla, do you have any?
Do we?
I don't. I mean, I can get one.
Try to find one for. I want to get him on the Sleaze Brigade. Is it?
Okay.
Is it 303 Roofing and Construction LLC?
So after doing a lot more research, finds out he's signing these contracts under 303 Roofing and Construction LLC. And after contacting them, they said that they've separated with him. So he's falsifying the contract.
He's using someone else's company name on his contract. So
Yep.
I called.
Wait a minute. So 303 Roofing says we have nothing to do with it.
No, it's a totally different company, and it's very misleading.
So what name is he? Okay, who is he actually with then?
The contract has 303 Roofing LLC. It's their contract.
It's their contract, Tom, but it's not him.
So, okay, does it say 303 Roofing LLC or 303 Roofing and Construction LLC? What exactly does it say?
Tom, it says, I have a copy of the contract in my hand.
What does it say?
303 Roofing and Construction LLC.
Okay. And they say he has nothing to do with us.
Yeah, I called them and I believe it.
Okay, then what are they doing about it?
I told them they should go to the Secretary of State or someone and write him a letter that this Josh.
Has he ever worked? Has he ever worked there?
From what I understand, it does sound like at some point he did. And because when I reached out to them, they said, yeah, we separated with him years ago.
I think he was a subcontractor, did only 2 or 3 jobs with him years ago.
Did he steal the contracts or what? This guy's a criminal. Josh Sandoval is a criminal.
And I have a current, the number on the contract is bogus. I do have a current phone number for him. So I gave him every...
Wait. What's the current phone number?
Okay, the current phone number, and he'll pick up or you can leave a message, is 720-320-8387.
Josh Sandoval's a crook. So Unit 1 on this, this address we have on Yukon, is that Sandoval's address or 303's address?
It's Josh Sandoval's address, and it's a 4-plex. It's his house. That's where he's operating.
Yeah, I don't want to give that out. I don't want people to, do something. But this guy's a crook. So why don't we serve him, Bo? Why don't you serve him why don't, Kayla, you fill out a small claim thing? Let's get a judgment against him at least. Then we need to...
So
go ahead.
Let me tell you, I actually went down to the courthouse on Friday, and because I had all my paperwork. I mean, I've got every single text message. I've got everything in writing.
Yeah.
So I actually went down, and they're not. They don't have court dates until March for small claims. So then she told me there is county court, which is a little more paperwork, which I'm not intimidated by. I'm like, oh, give it to me. So then I was like, somebody told me that I can talk to I could try and talk to the Attorney General. So, which is like a hop, skip, and jump down the street from Jeffco.
Right.
So I did. I went down to the Attorney General's office. Turns out the girl who's working the front counter, I used to work with her. So she's like, Kayla, you need to go file a police report. So I did. I went over to the Lakewood Police Department with all of my paperwork.
Yes.
And I have now filed a police report,
Good.
which I guess I was supposed to do that before even going, to the small claim. So I haven't done anything.
I want you to fill out the small claims, and because Bo knows where he is, Bo can serve him.
And with the police report, Kayla, you could also go to the district attorney
about the Contractors Trust Act.
Doing with this Carol person. I mean, this guy really took advantage of me, and I'm pissed about it. So we need to get your $6,000, and I'm happy to serve the papers for you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So hold on. Okay, we have to take a break. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. You know how I feel about Frank. He's a wonderful man. He'll do a free market valuation of your home to tell you what it will sell for, what you'll net, and what you can buy. It's all free of charge. And he is right up to snuff on all the latest elements that will affect the price of your home. Get a free analysis, 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com.
This hour from the Trajan Wealth K-House Studios. Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Norton 360.
Northbound I-25 merge left to avoid the crash blocking the right lane after Hampton. You can merge to the right after the fire truck on scene there. You're bunched up westbound through I-70 Central right now and southbound E-470 heavy after 104th for roadwork. Wreck on Iliffe Tower and an earlier accident southbound Wadsworth before Pomona. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny today, high near 81. Expect smoke in the air through midday Tuesday due to the out-of-state wildfires. More sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Tuesday's high around 82 and sun into next weekend. Right now it's 72 degrees with your Impact Traffic and Weather. I'm Danny Christos, 630 KHOW.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Boost your password security with Norton 360. Weak passwords can be targets. That's why Password Manager is included in Norton 360 to help keep you safe. Get comprehensive protection and up to 58% off at norton.com/secure.
Okay, this is really important because it's open enrollment, and open enrollment means that you can buy health insurance, but you should never do it alone. Please listen to me. You don't pay a dime more going to Integra Insurance. They can help you make the wisest selections on whether it's Medicare supplements, Medicare Advantage, regular health insurance on or off the exchange with the tax credits and all of those things. Please contact them. I put the burden on them. 303-466-5500, health insurance made simple and smart. 303-466-5500, integrainsurance.com. Fixmyhome.com, the only one with the extreme clean at just $39. They'll go through your entire furnace if you've never had it done before. Oh, it costs more than that if you had it done because they want to show you what they can do. So here's what you do. You call Fix It, or go to the website and click Book Now. $39 with a no breakdown guarantee for the winter. If you have not had it done, you have to have it done. Dirt's the number one killer of furnaces. Fixmyhome.com. Book now. Fixmyhome.com.
Thank you.
Hey, Tom.
I'll check my email.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
Are you done with Kayla?
For now, yeah, because we're going to, yeah, for now we are. I'm going to check my email on this other one. Hold on a sec. Where are we? Oh, there it is. Major issues with the...
Hi, Kayla. Thanks so much for calling. I think you need to just keep working with Bo, and he's going to help you out, okay? All right. Thank you. All right. Best. Bye. So, of course, capless being capless, emails me at like 9:30 on Sunday morning, and he goes, "Hey, do you want my Broncos tickets at the club level?"
Wow.
With
Wow. So why didn't you call your good friend Tommy? Just kidding.
I didn't even know you were listening. Yeah, so anyway, I couldn't go because of my foot, but so Adam is like, we're literally at the, sitting and just chatting, doing that.
And so I'm like, oh, Dan just offered us his Broncos tickets on the 30-yard line, 4 rows up with, clubhouse level thing, where they like bring you stuff.
Yeah.
And so I didn't even get halfway out, and he was already upstairs. He's like, I'm changing. I'm going. I'm like, all right, well, can't really do that.
It was all I could do to summon the strength to go in and get free food at the stadium yesterday.
So the funny part about it is I was going to give him your text, your
Oh,
cell
yeah,
phone.
because you called me later about getting into the booth. Yeah, sure. Sorry, I'm back at the studio.
Yeah.
Because I leave before the anthem. I am out of there. Can't stand it.
But that was funny because I'm thinking, okay, Shannon certainly has.
You got to scan a pass to get into the thing now.
No, whatever.
Yep, you can't do that.
No, he was fine.
Oh, yeah.
He got a couple beers.
Well, because they're right, an escalator ride up from club. The United, right? United Club
Yes,
level?
yes, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Yes.
because as we walk, we look down onto the club level there. We're right up the escalator.
I actually prefer the Lexus one that's in the, what is it, Pepsi Center? Oh, it's not Pepsi.
At khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino here. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. So, Brenda, I read,
Yes.
God almighty, I read your email. What a nightmare. May I summarize some of this? By the way, we have had so many complaints about this place. So,
Really?
Yeah.
About Speed Queen?
No. About Is this Appliance Factory Outlet?
Well, that's where we bought it.
But is the name actually Appliance Factory Outlet? I need to know if it's the same ones we deal with here in Denver.
Yeah.
It is. You do have an Appliance Family Outlet in Colorado Springs.
Appliance Factory, yeah.
Is it? Well, there's a big difference now. Is it Appliance Factory Outlet or is it Appliance Factory?
It's Appliance Factory.
Okay. So oh, well, actually, is it also, wait, that might be, is it Appliance because now I don't see outlet anymore in their name. So it's in their website, but is it also Mattress Kingdom? Do you recall?
Yes.
Okay. So it's Appliance Factory / Mattress Kingdom.
Yes.
They're the ones. And they somehow they generate more complaints than anyone.
Oh.
They suck. Anyway, so you bought a washing machine and you had to take their warranty, right? Because it doesn't come with a factory warranty, right?
Well, actually, I don't know if it's their warranty or if it's Speed Queen because we signed up for the warranty.
I didn't even know Speed Queen even makes domestic washers. I thought they make them only for laundromats. But anyway, did you look at your paperwork closely? Because truly, I don't think that Appliance Factory. I mean, Mark one time drilled way down on these people. And he says they do not offer factory warranties because they buy, I don't know, overstock or something, and that they only have their own warranties.
Well, the warranty on the bottom actually says Alliance Laundry Systems.
Okay. Let's just go through the problem. The problem is you're not getting any service.
No,
they keep saying that they won't come to our area because when I called, I had to call Speed Queen, and they said they originally sent out a company, and that company, like I said in the email, never showed up. So like 3 different times, and then I said I want this company fired off of my job, and then this other company came, and they showed up. But the guy's like, well, why'd you get Speed Queen? I've never heard of this washing machine. I've never worked on it, yada, yada. And he said that it was the motor, which it wasn't because it's still having issues. And then...
Where does it stand right now?
You know,
and by the way, what I'm reading on their website, I don't know where Mark read this, but this appliance factory outlet site I'm on says they have full factory warranties, and they're new in the box. And it says, we have exclusive contracts with manufacturers to buy their factory overstock at a big discount. And then it says out-of-box units, even out-of-box units have a new product, new condition, full warranty. Now, that might be the one where they provide the warranty. I don't know. Was your an out-of-box warranty, or was it factory warranty? Do we know? Did it come in a real, like a box and everything, like a brand new appliance?
Yeah, it was in a box and everything. It was in a box.
Did you call the Alliance people? Did you actually call the Speed Queen people?
Both. I've been in contact with Speed Queen, and I have emails from Speed Queen, and the last repair
and they say that they're covering it.
Yes.
Then I'm not gonna. Then this is not appliance factory. Then this is an issue with Speed Queen.
Well, actually, I don't know because the last repair company I called actually appliance.
All right, I got to take a break.
and-
Hold on. I'll come right back to you.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone.
Northbound I-25 merge left to avoid the crash blocking the right lane.
We should put a dock on it?
Right after the...
Let me just figure this
I like
out.
that. Good response.
Through I-70 Central right now, and southbound E-470 heavy after 104th for roadwork. Wreck on Iliffe Tower and an earlier accident southbound Wadsworth before Pomona. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny today, high near 81. Expect smoke in the air through midday Tuesday due to the out-of-state wildfires. More sunshine tomorrow afternoon. Tuesday's high around 82 and sun into next weekend. Right now it's 72 degrees with your Impact Traffic and Weather. I'm Danny Christos, 630 KHOW.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
You know, Excel Roofing is the only roofer I know who will never pressure you to sign anything to get a full and complete estimate and contract outlining each and everything they will do and each and everything you need. That's right. And they're the only ones that will start work and complete work 100% without taking a dime. You are never at risk with excelroofing.com. EXCEL as in excellent, excelroofing.com. You don't pay a cent until you're content. That's right. You don't sign at the door. You don't do any of that. They will look at all of your repairs and replacements, all of it, with no obligation. And when you do sign, no penalty clauses. The only ones who do it. excelroofing.com. 303-761-6400, 761-6400. Hey, let's talk about the art of granite. The only ones in the granite countertop business or any countertop business that will give you prices on the phone. You see, I have all of these great people who are proud of what they do, and that's why they do it the way they do it. The Art of Granite says, listen, I'll do any countertop for you, and you can get a price on the phone. natural stone, or man-made materials. Tear out and haul away is always free. All of the materials for the counters are always wholesale, and we'll give you prices on the phone right now. TheArtOfGranite.com, 303-386-5919, 386-5919. Hey, what about this exclusivity from Red Rocks Roof and Solar? They'll give you prices. Now, they may have to visit. They might do it online, depending on where you are, and they give a guaranteed activation date. No one else does it. And if it's not ready, they pay your power, what the solar would be producing. They know all about tax credits, financing, even grants. Call them redrocksrs.com for your solar system. People I know and love, 303-704-2449.
Thank you.
What were you saying? Do you think PEX plumbing bleeds? I don't think so. I think PEX is pretty safe. I want to manage.
We all know Goodwill, but did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you can provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Yeah, but
Sunlight fixes a lot of stuff.
what kind of computer is that? That's pretty. It's white, is it new? It's nice.
See you, Shan.
What?
You get to go sleep.
Me?
I do
No,
everything.
I'm working until
Everything.
9.
Everything together.
Yeah, but you have a
My iPads, my
break
airplane
right
stuff,
now.
my
Driving to a
I
place
never.
to go set up a remote. Here's my break. That's funny. Somebody said that to me the other day, too. Well, you get long breaks, don't you? Yeah, if there's bad traffic, I get a long break.
Where's your remote?
Yeah.
Sporty Pickle.
Hey, how?
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. All right, so I want to put someone on this thing right now, Brenda. Who feels
I'll
like...
take care of it, Tom.
Doc, you want to take... Okay.
Sure.
Let's call Appliance Factory Outlet and see if we get an immediate answer on... We're confused about their warranties and about her specific one and who handles it. And then the last thing you heard, Brenda, was what? The last thing you heard?
The last thing I did was receive an email from their, I don't know what her title was.
But this is from the
saying
warranty
that she
company,
had-
right?
Yes.
All right, hang on. Doc is going to talk to you off the air. Let's see if we can get something before the end of the show, just a word back. We have follow-ups coming on several, and get your calls in.
Awesome.
Okay, Brenda, I just
I
want to
know.
confirm what the best number to
All right,
reach
guys.
is at.
I'm going to open up our mics. We're on the air. We're on, you know where.
Okay,
On YouTube.
you just dropped off. I'm sorry. What was that?
I just. What is that? The YouTube thing? Yeah. Compared to the way I used to.
And that's 402.
I think it is. I think. I dressed it up a bit.
499-4224.
When do you want to?
And what's your last name?
Let's do a little outline. You don't have to do a lot, just bullet points.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead
I
and
was
just
hoping I
forward,
could take some.
So we're going to
Let me do that. I
escalate
gotta do
this with
research
one of our
on the
deputies.
voice,
His
Google
name
Voice.
is Ken. We call him Deputy
to
Doc,
hear, are
but
there any
he'll call you probably, and so I'm going to go ahead and free up this line so he can do that, okay? Okay, Brenda, no problem. Okay, bye. Okay, Brenda, 402.
Say again?
Brenda,
Yeah.
402.
402, okay.
499 4224.
Thank you.
And I'm going to go ahead and forward you.
Be right back, Bruce.
Oh my God. I just got dumber hearing that. What a scumbag.
People are going to watch this. I'm seriously going to watch this, and it just is.
Yeah, and they're going to think that's correct.
Shot. Okay.
Come, sweetie. Pet you? Come. I'll scratch your ears. Come on.
All right, 10 seconds, guys.
All right, thank you.
It's Dragon.
You're welcome, Tom.
Dragon. You know, we did a Zoom call live from Israel this morning.
Nice.
It really worked out well.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. What is on your mind today? We got a lot happening here as far as follow-ups on cases. If you have a case, if you need help, information, referrals, give us a call directly. We've been solving problems for 45 years. Longest running radio show with the same host still on the air. Damn it. How about that? Hey, so you can call us and get help. We've recovered literally hundreds of millions of dollars over the years. And I just want to bring something up. Not that it's a big deal, but I want to toot my horn here. I think Bo is the one that handled the case, actually. Hey, Bo. So I hear Channel 9 bragging about, and by the way, Steve seems like a good young man. Steve on your side. He just got into the consumer business, and of course, the news headline said, that this woman was her Ticketmaster tickets transferred out of her account or their account, and until they called and got it restored, and talked about the Ticketmaster problem. And we must have done that how long ago, Bo, for someone? How long?
That was 2 weeks ago. I can't remember the person's
We just
name,
don't brag enough.
$2,000.
We just don't brag enough about that.
And it was because of the involvement of the Troubleshooter show that he got his tickets
Now, by the
restored.
way, let me explain this. I'm happy that 9 has a consumer department, and I think Fox has whatever the frick problem solvers, and When I was doing it back in the day, I was the only one doing it. I'm really happy that people are jumping on this bandwagon because to me, it's a very important part of the news is helping people. I coined the phrase media with a purpose. Media with a purpose. And it's about time people are doing it. So I'm not putting anyone down. I'm saying that's really good, but I don't think we brag enough because that's all these stations do. They do stuff and they brag about it. I mean, look at the hundreds of millions of dollars. Honest to God, I mean, I got to find a way to brag about it. Maybe. Anyway, Bo, you're on, so let's talk about this. Champion windows, I said, from 0 to 0, they suck. What's going on with Champion?
Yes.
We have an update. Tell me what call this is, the first name, so I can look it up.
Tom, caller's name is Ron. He called in on October 2nd, Wednesday in the 12 o'clock hour.
Ron, October 2nd, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so he contracted with Champion Windows to get a door installed and a screen. The amount was of like around $9,000.
Yeah.
About a year. I think he had it installed September 2023. And the
Wait
doors.
a minute. But he called this October, right?
He called a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. Yeah, I got him.
So I'm just following up on
he
the
said,
contract.
He said he ordered it, bought it during COVID, and had nothing but trouble.
Yes, Champion did send one of their service techs out.
Good.
Oh, I believe they sent the service tech out in September 23. The service tech, John, said that it was beyond repair.
Now, is this that they told you, or is this?
No, this is what they told Ron, the caller.
Okay.
They told him that he's going to go back to the company and recommend they just replace everything. But Ron's pretty reasonable. He said, I just want a new door. I want the door to work right. So I called Champion 4 times.
Yeah, they won't call back.
They ghosted me. So then I sent 2 emails, and Champion Windows is on someone else's referral list.
No, I know. Yeah,
okay,
I know.
I'm not going to go down that
no,
road.
it's Dave. He's a good guy, Dave Logan.
Okay, I didn't know.
We should let them know about this.
I kind of want to let them know about it.
But in a nice way, let them know about it, man. I mean, Champion sucks. They're a bad company.
I offered them to come on the air just to give their side of the story.
Well, first of all I care about, I don't care if they come on the air. Are they going to fix the problem?
That's true.
Are they going to fix it?
Tom, if they ghosted me off of 4 phone calls and 2 emails, I don't think they're going to help Ron out at all. I think I need to pay them a visit.
Well, they're not even in town anymore. They moved their office. I don't even know who they have in town.
There is an office, I believe, up in North Denver. I don't have the address, but
this is a company that was taken over. Okay, they used to be a really good company, and then they were taken over by some giant consolidator. They really suck. I mean, they have terrible customer service, and I don't care if my friend Dave Logan represents them. They suck. Okay, I know that more. You know why I know that more? Because I get the complaints. We have had so many complaints about them that go unanswered.
I know they're listening, Tom, Champion Windows. They have a lot of people. I know they listen to
well,
this
call
show.
us, people. Why do you guys suck so much? Please tell us. I don't want you to suck. I used to do commercials for Champion. Did you know that? I used to do commercials for them, and I used to have them on my television show when I had Martino TV, and I had Paul Bono and the team. I mean, seriously, he was a good guy. When he left, I think that's why he left. He never said why he left. He said he was retiring. He didn't retire. He went into another business. He's a great guy. And what I think he saw the handwriting on the wall. What the hell happened to Champion? I think they were these consolidators. They take over these companies, and they just suck.
Just like Camping World. It's the same scenario.
Yeah, except Camping World wasn't a consolidator. It was the prophet, the guy. And I don't know if it was I don't think he made it suck. It sucked. That's why he got on board. He just didn't improve it. It was going downhill before he got on board. So I can't blame this guy. What's the hell's his name again? I forget, but he buys companies and tries to turn them around.
Lemonis, something Lemonis, the owner of Camping.
Lemonis, yeah, something like that. You're right. Anyway, the bottom line is he didn't turn them around. They suck more than ever, and so does Champion.
Champion sucks. I can't get through to him, Tom.
I mean, they won't. Okay.
They won't call me back, and they won't respond to my emails. And I know they're listening because they're a contractor. I mean,
well, I don't think you think they're listening, but they're a bunch of subcontractors. Is there an office here? I don't even think there's
I believe there is. I don't have those notes in front of me, but there is an office.
Hold on, Deputy D.
Yeah, they have a huge building showroom over there, right off of I-70.
Not anymore.
Havana.
No, bro. No.
It says so on their website.
That was closed. They used to have this giant factory up there.
Yeah, that was on the north side of I-70. They have since moved to the south side of I-70 at Havana.
Okay. Champion. What are they called? Champion what? Champion
Windows.
Okay, let's see. You know what? Why don't you go visit them? Where did you see this? At their web? Okay, I just said, is there a local Champion? I asked my girlfriend. Okay, they say there's one on East 40th. Is that the one you're getting?
Yeah, 10035 East 40th, and I've seen it from the highway just recently.
Do a Google map on that. See what it is. Bo, it says 10,035. 10035 East 40th Avenue, Suite 400.
Okay.
Maybe you ought to drop by. I mean, come on. We're trying to help them, for God's sakes. We're trying to help them. Now, again, I'm looking at this location online. Yep, they say they have this location. So it says Denver showroom. I did not even know they still had a showroom up there. Buy 2 windows, get 2 free. People, right now, I have to be honest with you, okay? Really, honest to God, I really don't wish ill on any company. I want companies to thrive. I'm an entrepreneur. I want them to thrive. I want them to do well. I want to help them do that. There's no downside to great companies. It's what a consumer advocate would want. Great companies. They say they're open Monday through Thursday, 9 to 4, Friday, 9 to 3, closed Saturday and Sunday. So let's see what we can find out, Bo. Thank you for letting me know that. What else you got going on? Anything? And Doc, did you call on the Doc? We just talked about the one just not long ago.
Yeah, listen to this. So I got in touch with some guy named James.
Now, which one was this? Hold on. This is just today. Which one was this?
Yeah.
Which one again? Doc, which one?
Oh, the washing machine.
Yeah, the appliance factory.
Right. So I got in touch with James, who apparently works for the warranty company. He gave Appliance Factory the authorization to get her to exchange her washing machine for a brand new one.
What was her name again?
Brenda.
Yeah, I got it right here. Okay, go ahead.
So he is going to call them and let me know who it was that he spoke to that authorized the exchange, and then I will tell Brenda that everything is a go and she can get a new machine.
And okay, great, man, great. So when did she buy this originally?
Oh, a couple of months ago.
And it's a washing machine, right?
Correct.
Okay. And she had nothing but trouble.
$1,000 for it, Tom.
It was a Speed Queen.
Right.
Like I said, I didn't even know that brand sold to consumers. A Speed Queen washing machine.
It was over $1,000.
Yeah. It's supposed to be really heavy.
Yeah.
And she has
So
had
I'll
nothing
let you
but.
know, this is hopefully before the end of the show, we'll get this straightened out.
Cool. That's great. All right. So
I'll get back to you.
Thank you. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255, 888heating.com. Remember, $45. They're deep clean, $45 with a no breakdown guarantee. They're great people. I know them all. They've been on my referral list more than 20 years. 888heating.com.
There
are massive changes in health insurance this year. That's why you need certified experts on your side. You need Integra Insurance. They've helped me for years and can help you too. They look at everything available to you on and off the exchange and get you the best options for tax credits and subsidies. They also help you with everything Medicare. Let Integra make your health insurance shopping simple and smart. IntegraInsurance.com. 303-466-5500. 466-5500. Is he on there? Lazara Legal, Joe Lazara. I hope you never need a criminal defense attorney, but I know something for sure. Don't ever try to handle these matters alone, even a DUI. Do not try to. Joe Lazara will do free initial consultations always. He'll go over your options and then flat rate pricing. You don't do better than that. No matter what the charge, no matter what the offense, you deserve a defense. Joe Lazara, Lazzara. He's at referralist.com. He's also at 303-429-6200. The Art of Granite will give you a price right now on the phone for your granite countertops and your quartzite, quartz, marble, whatever, natural or man-made. They will do it all. They give you prices on the phone. Always wholesale on materials, always. And they tear out and haul away free. If you get the pieces out of their remnant yard, they have plenty, then you get the materials free as well. And you pay for the fabrication and installation. Get your price for your project right now. 303-386-5919. 386-5919. theartofgranite.com. Hey, if you want the extreme clean for just $39, you want to call Fix It 24/7. I'm going to tell you how to get that booked before the cold weather gets in here. You get the no breakdown guarantee. You get them to go top to bottom, side to side of that unit. You'll think it's a complete refurbishment. It would cost over $100 of time for this. They do it for $39 to show new customers how it's done and the extreme difference. Why don't you call them? 303-526-3939, or better yet, go online, book it. You hit book now. Fixmyhome.com. Fixmyhome.com. Let's see when she said she bought it. She bought it in February. Jeez. Hey, Doc.
Hey, Doc, Tom wants you. Tom's on there.
Tom, what's up?
I just want to know that, so that woman, they've never gone out to look at it even, right?
No, she's had several people come out.
Oh, but
Remember
they
she
can't.
said that one guy-
She got authorized. That's right, to get a new one. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I thought that she said they weren't showing up. Okay.
Well, someone finally did come out.
Okay.
But if we can get her a new machine, that's a moot point.
Got it. And he said it was too far gone?
I mean, the person that came out?
Yeah.
He thought he fixed it, but the fix that he did not work.
Okay. So he's the one that authorized it.
No, he's the repairman that the warranty company sent out. The warranty company is the one that's authorizing the exchange.
And were they the Speed Queen people or the appliance?
Warranty people, apparently.
But what does that mean? A Speed Queen, or is it a factory appliance warranty, or who?
No, it wasn't factory.
Okay, good.
I'll check it, but I think it was the Speed Queen warranty. I'll get that when he calls.
That's
me
okay.
back.
That's okay. I'm just curious. What's that? Come on, really? Did she? They were actually had it on the seat.
Well, she said it blew all over the place.
Ah,
Sprayed Mark. It's horrible.
Suze, is that true? God.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
I guess, Suze, this is crazy. Oh, he slipped and fell. Oh no! Come on,
I'm telling you,
Suze.
I don't need to hear this. Yeah, Tom, change the subject. Help me out here.
She can't be. She can't be telling the truth. Come on.
Yeah, absolutely. Jingle bells, jingle bells. Someone.
10 seconds here, guys.
Can I talk about it?
No.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisors. Trajan.
Nobody want to hear about that.
Yes. No. Ah, come on. 303 713 talk 713-8255. You know, as many of you know, we stream this show on the Troubleshooter Network's YouTube channel. Not on my personal one, but the Troubleshooter Network. And also, you can find it's, I think, referral list too. But anyway, the actual name of it is, well, it's the referral. It's the Troubleshooter Network. Yeah. Troubleshooter Tom Martino Radio Show on the Troubleshooter Network. And then the logo is the referral list logo. But, okay. So, the discussion on there right now, I'm sorry, I can't keep it quiet. Susan Mark they wouldn't lie about it. They were at the Bronco game yesterday. And a lady lost her. There's an okay, yes. Diarrhea. And it was splattering everywhere and on Mark. She got to the restroom and splattered all over the bathroom. They had to shut it down and call paramedics. And anyway, it was all over everything. And she said one guy literally slipped and fell in it. Anyway, so
SHIT happens, Tom.
They gave Mark Clorox wipes. And, oh no. Oh no. It was exploding as she was walking down the stairs. I feel sorry for her. But the guy that slipped and fell, do you sue anybody on that? Is there personal
That's where
injury?
that expression comes
Yeah,
from.
I think you don't say it, Doc.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Okay, we all heard it. Yes, I know. Okay. Expletive happens. We get it.
Right.
That's why she needs Water Pro's water. Pure drinking water wouldn't.
Yeah, right. Okay. That poor woman. How embarrassing, right? Anyway, everyone felt bad for her, but how the heck? Woo. Did that hit the news at all? A really crappy game? Anyway, so that was the big news at the Bronco game. I can't even imagine Mark. Do you realize Mark gets upset about someone coughing in his vicinity? Can you imagine being splattered? Suze, why didn't he leave? I'm surprised he stayed. And, man, I'm surprised he stayed. But anyway, this is a new level of a problem, right? Anyway, let's continue on our problem solving. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, so here's a text. Tom, obviously only a portion of water we invest in comes from our taps at home. A large portion comes from plants, bottled liquids, and all over the U.S. and other countries, restaurants, or anything that is made with water. A filtration company will show us worthwhile at home, but why bother Oh no, excuse me. Why is it worthwhile to filter at home if everywhere else you go, you don't have pure water? I mean, I know what he's saying. It's kind of insurmountable and useless, but I don't know. I think you drink a lot at home and you shower and bathe, and
we have to start someplace, right? I mean, we have to start someplace. I agree. I mean,
you're right, but this
it's a global issue, and it's only going to get worse. And I think the cost-effective way to treat it is at your home instead of relying on a municipality to do it. Look at Commerce City and Adams.
And they're talking
County.
about restaurants and everything. I know. I get you. I get you, Bob. Bob in Arvada, who texted, I get you. It is all over. But, I mean, that doesn't mean you toss up your hands and don't do anything.
Right.
So that's just like, I don't know, maybe you limit yourself from drinking water elsewhere if you don't know where it comes from.
They're going to make taxpayers pay for the upgrades and improvements. And so right now, Commerce City, they're paying sales tax for a water treatment system that no longer functions properly.
But no, cities can never meet the EPA guidelines right now. They can't not. Because there's too many. You can't transport water that far and purify it to that extent. It would be cost prohibitive.
Correct. And plus, what are you going to do with the expired media? It's going to have to be incinerated. So it makes sense to give people, talk about subsidies for, solar panels and e-bikes. We should get subsidies for water treatment.
For treatment, of course they should.
Absolutely.
Now, okay, what about well water? Somebody wanted to know. I would say that depending on where you are, it's not immune, but it can be close to immune.
No, well water's going to have the forever chemical issues. It's
from the rain.
It's from the rain. Absolutely. The only thing that well water won't have.
Do you think they've actually measured PFAS in well water?
Every major body of water in Colorado is contaminated with PFAS. That's a fact. Same with the ocean. Same with the Great Lakes. I mean, there's articles out there. You can go to Google right now, Great Lakes PFAS contamination, and it's all over the Great Lakes.
Wow. Okay, so on my Google Voice, someone wants to know about plastic found in testicles?
Yes. Babies.
First of all, who was testing that for that? I mean, and I mean that. I don't mean to make a joke. But, I mean, why were they testing testicles? Was
it's the same
autopsy?
Exactly. It's the same when months ago when Doc first mentioned they found them in placentas. So, your cadaver, they do analysis. They found them in the arteries of the heart. It's all over the human body. Now, they're worried about it, getting into, our brain tissue.
All right. Wow. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Maybe a lawsuit at that Bronco game from the woman. If she ate at the Bronco game, maybe she can say she was, they caused that, which caused her pain and suffering and embarrassment. And but that literally is toxic waste, by the way.
It's a biohazard. I mean,
it's considered a biohazard.
Absolutely.
And they gave Mark some Clorox wipes. Oh, my God. I wish he was on so he could talk about it. Mark, call in, man. I know he's out doing business right now, but call in. 303-713-TALK. Compass Insurance Group will do a free insurance checkup to see you're not paying too much, you're not underinsured, maybe even overinsured, whatever it is. They will, honest to God, tell you if you have a great deal, too. 303-996-9000, theinsurancehelpcenter.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Michael Brown in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Westbound I-70, the left lane is closed after E-470 for ongoing work on the Piccadilly interchange. Northbound I-225, look out for a crash slowing us down on the ramp to eastbound I-70. And northbound I-25, that tow truck still working on that crash at the end of the on-ramp from Hampton. Southbound E-470, pretty heavy after 104th for road work. Fox 31 pinpoint weather, mostly sunny today, high up to 81. We'll see smoke in the air through midday tomorrow due to the out-of-state wildfires. More sunshine tomorrow afternoon, Tuesday's high around 82. Then more sunshine Wednesday and Thursday, highs up to 84. Right now it's 77 with your impact traffic and weather. I'm Danny Christos, 630 KHOW.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
Hey, you know what we're doing here? We are telling you about the extreme clean from Fix It 24/7 to get your furnace ready for winter. You know, you should have this done at least every couple of years. I mean, for $39 as a new customer, you can have it done. But after that, you can have it done every couple of years. Here's the deal. You won't believe. They spend like 2 hours or more. I'm serious. They go through that entire system and clean it and give you a no breakdown guarantee. Every vein of the blower motor, every section, the motor, the burners. $39 for new customers. Give them a call. Take advantage of this. 720-526-3939. Go to fixmyhome.com. That's the website. Click book now. Fixmyhome.com. John Fuller is a personal injury attorney I hope you never need. I say that all the time, but I will tell you this. On the first sign of an accident, injury, or you're not even sure, call him. Talk to him about it. He'll talk to you personally. It's the only personal injury firm that will do this. He talks to you. He gives you advice. If you want to hire him, there's no pressure. You can on a percentage fee basis. You even get a cell phone number you can call or text at any time. He believes in the personal service and personal injury. John Fuller. Look him up online. Just Google him. John Fuller, personal injury attorney in Denver. 303-597-4500. 597-4500. You got anything to report, bro?
Yeah, I have an update on that squirrel case. That's my only.
On the which one?
The woman who
Yeah,
called in a couple of
good.
weeks ago.
Yeah, okay, good. I want to see, what was her name?
Sandy.
Sandy?
Yeah, with 2 E's.
Sandy? I don't know if I put it down like that, though. S-A-N.
I just want to double check that.
It was, when did she call?
So on the September 20th, Sandy with 2 E's.
September 20th. I'm glad you guys keep track of this shit because I don't have a Sandy on the toilet. I have a Trace. Let's see, Sandy on the. See, a lot of times they use a different name when they call. It sucks.
Oh, that's weird.
This was a solar system.
Yes. In
don't even have your name on any of this, Deputy D. Huh. Nope. Let me just look at all your, if I look at all of yours. Where the hell? Rocky? Paul? Chris? Deborah? John?
630 KHOW, an iHeart radio station.
Hi, Tom Martino. Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. So let me get here to our wide shot here. Okay, so let's talk to Deputy D. You have a follow-up on one of these, D. I can't find the original call, but I trust you. Go ahead.
Well, Tom, on the 20th of September, a consumer named Sandy called in from Southern Colorado who said that squirrels had infiltrated her solar panel array on the roof and caused about $3,500 in damages. And she feels that the original contractor should be financially responsible for the repairs and replacements.
But why, if it had to do with squirrels? That's the one I don't understand. Why would they be responsible?
The consumer alleged that the installation contractor did not properly install a mesh called Critter Guard.
Did she pay for Critter Guard?
Yes, that was part of the contract.
And?
Well, I looked at the photos that she and her repair contractor had emailed me, and I spoke with the repair contractor. And very importantly, actually, I also spoke with the original installation contractor, and he told me a few things that I didn't know as a result of my conversations with a consumer. The original installation was approximately 7 years ago.
Oh my God. So it took 7 years for this to happen?
Yeah, but more than that, the original contractor warned the consumer about squirrels. He says that her yard is overrun with squirrels because she attracts them to her property by feeding them. And he did previously repair Critter Guard several times. The last time was approximately 5 years ago, because there had been hail damage. No,
I don't think we can help her.
Not after all these years. But more importantly, he recommended to her that she contract.
What does Critter Guard do?
It's just a mesh. It looks like chicken wire. I saw it on photographs. All it is chicken wire.
What is this supposed to protect from? What do rodents eat?
Well, rodents are generally attracted to insulation around wiring. For example, that's why a lot of cars.
So they were eating the wiring?
They were eating they chew insulation. There is something on wire insulation that attracts all rodents, not just squirrels. And the installation contractor recommended to the consumer that she has somebody come up there on a regular basis to do a maintenance inspection on her Critter Guard on the roof, because squirrels and other animals do infiltrate. They can pull it away. They can also take advantage of hail and wind pulling the Critter Guard away from the panels. And she never contracted with him or, to the best of his knowledge, anyone else.
How much damage?
She estimates it at $3,500 for repairs and replacement.
So, hi, guys.
Yeah.
I had a problem a couple years ago with our solar where we had birds building nests, like literally inside of our solar. And so they had to put up some of these Critter Guards, and they took care of all of the financing for it. We didn't have to pay a thing.
Who? The installation contractor took care of it?
Yeah, but how can you blame, hold on, if they installed Critter Guard and it didn't go bad for 7 years and she constantly attracts squirrels, I'm not so sure this is their fault.
I agree.
I don't know, Kachina, yours might have been different than that.
Well, I had birds, but I do have a pet squirrel here.
What do you mean here?
Like at the office.
What do you mean a pet squirrel at the office?
Well, there's a squirrel that if I go out walking, sometimes.
Oh, come on.
He's very domesticated, and
Is
he'll
it the
jump-
same one?
Yes.
How do you
yes.
know this?
Because I can see him.
You can see him.
He will jump on the bench next to me.
And he recognizes you.
He will let me pet him.
Oh, come on. Sounds like
okay.
rabies, maybe.
Oh my gosh. You and Suzanne and Mark and Dragon.
No, I don't think that's
Shannon,
normal.
And everybody, okay? I like him. all
Did you
right?
ever get bitten?
No, he doesn't bite.
When you pet him, do you feed him?
He eats out of my hand.
Oh, man.
It's probably an old squirrel with no teeth.
I don't think so, Doc.
It sounds like a very sweet creature.
Yes.
Sounds like Doc's
He is a
dating
very
app. But
nice
boom,
animal.
boom, I better get out of here. Okay. So we got more coming up on the Troubleshooter show. I'm so bad. I swear to you, I'm so bad. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. They're great people, 24/7 service. If you have anything wrong with the garage door, including the opener itself or the door itself, they do it all. And they're factory authorized on most brands. They're good people. One Clear Choice Doors. That's the website, oneclearchoicedoors.com. And all of their prices are on that website, oneclearchoicedoors.com.
Now, impact traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Some normal slowdowns into downtown before we hit that 1 o'clock hour. I-25 northbound showing speeds in the 40s and 50s between Broadway and Colfax. I-25 southbound showing intended speeds all throughout the metro area. If you're heading to DIA this afternoon, I-70 eastbound slow traffic starts at Havana to Pena Boulevard. As a result, I-225 northbound going to see some stop-and-go traffic on the off-ramp to I-70 eastbound. If you're leaving DIA, Pena Boulevard southbound slow between Tower Road and 56.
Especially since
Fox 31,
installation
pinpoint weather,
contractor
mostly sunny
warned
skies,
there are
high 81
numerous
degrees,
occasions.
overnight low of 50. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 82. Similar temperatures throughout the week. The current temperature in Denver is 80 degrees. With your impact traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
888heating.com will give you their deep clean for $45 along with a complete analysis of your furnace before winter hits with a no breakdown guarantee. My friends Garrett and his team at 888 Heating, if you want them to ever replace a system, now they don't go there with the intent of replacing it, but if it needs replacement, you won't find better people with high efficiency units that will save you money in years to come. But get that deep clean and check for just $45. 888heating.com. Sign up right there, 888heating.com. And you need to know right now about Integra Insurance. They are licensed insurance experts, the ones I use, the ones you should use to get your health insurance during open enrollment. Whether it is a Medicare supplement, Medicare Advantage, or regular plans with subsidies on or off the exchange, whatever you need, they can do for you and save you money in every instance. You don't pay extra when you go through them, and you don't save if you go direct to the company. They will take care of you. IntegraInsurance.com, 303-466-5500, 466-5500. Now, if you are buying a used car, you know how many times people call here and bought a used car and didn't have it checked out, and then they have massive trouble? Well, Sheridan Auto Tech can help you. They do pre-buy inspections for just $120. And that's not all they do. They do all maintenance repairs. They want you part of their family. And they do electrical issues as well. SheridanAutotech.com. Value, longevity, experience, honesty, everything you want in auto repair. 303-455-7242. That's SheridanAutotech.com. So he basically said no squirrel guard is going to keep it out for that long.
Not without maintenance and ongoing repairs. It gets clipped in place. You can't screw into the roof and you can't screw into the solar panels. So wind and hail and animals will pull that away from time to time and create infiltration points. And he said his last time there was about 5 years ago, and he did explain all of that to the consumer.
He has fixed it?
He fixed it between 7 and 5 years ago. He hasn't been invited back in 5 years.
Well, it's because they don't want to pay anything.
Exactly. It's one of those products that require...
Does she think a lifetime warranty?
There is no lifetime warranty.
No, but she does.
Oh, I don't know what she thinks, but man, her repair contractor wasn't easy to deal with either. He's...
The guy you talked to?
The repair contractor that wants to repair it for $3.5.
Oh.
He just provided conclusory statements like it wasn't installed properly, but he wouldn't let me deal. But he's never been to that roof. His installer has been there, but he wouldn't let me talk to the installer. So the original contractor provided very good information, very clearly explained, as opposed to the repair contractor who only makes conclusory statements.
So he doesn't think it's his responsibility.
No, and I agree it's not his responsibility. I mean, the lady in question should stop attracting squirrels to her property and also have an ongoing maintenance and repair process for the critter guard. Apparently, it's a very common issue with solar panels. Come on, sweetie. You would keep all the squirrels away, huh? I know, princess. You're the ultimate critter guard.
Are your cats bigger than that, probably?
Yeah, the Maine Coon is twice the size.
She's tiny.
You know what she weighs?
No.
I have a 9-pound cat that's bigger than her. So my guess is she was about 7 pounds. A lot of that volume is fur because of she's part Maine Coon.
She's a tiny little thing.
She's such a sweetheart.
Hi, princess.
Ten seconds, guys.
Hours in talk radio, aiming to cut through the clutter and wash out the white noise of the mainstream media. The only missing ingredient is you. Join me each day of the work week, starting at 2 here on 630 KHOW.
Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK. 713-8255. Another text from Paul. Paul, for the water systems. Someone wants to know, has there ever been any tie-in to the nanoplastics or forever chemicals and Alzheimer's or anything like that?
I haven't read anything, but I'm sure that you know,
it's not going to be helpful to you.
Absolutely not. Here's the concern about the nanoplastics. People that have stents for blood clotting or, arteries closing, that's the other fear, is that the nanoplastics will get into that fatty tissue and get into that cholesterol that creates the heart problem and also, with blood clots.
Okay. Someone also wants to know then, what about if it's in our foods, right? It's in our processed foods. It's in, if it's in meat, it's in everything. Somebody else, once again, is also saying, Tom, what good is trying to filter our water? I mean, I think it's because we probably consume more water than anything else as that.
Everything's made of water. It's also in beer, right? They found studies of, nanoplastics being in beer. So you have to start someplace. I mean, it's at the point where it's going to create medical issues, and we all know what a
I
big
think
industry.
we got to coin the phrase water change.
Absolutely, yeah.
Not just
I think
climate
that's a good
change,
idea.
water change.
No, I agree with you 100%.
I'm serious. I mean, really, because those members of the Church of Climate Change should also add water.
I think this is more important than global warming. I mean, this is going to get to the point.
No,
Tom,
it's not global warming anymore. It's climate change.
Climate change.
I don't mean to downplay
what happens if you get a body water that they declare is unsafe for consumption? And so what are they going to do? And if they go to reusable water from the toilet to the tap, how dangerous could that be?
Now, by the way, the toilet to the tap is a real deal, isn't it?
It's happening right now.
Where?
Commerce City, Castle Rock is well published. I'm sure.
Wait, are they actually doing it?
They're actually doing it. See, in theory, it's already happening because whatever's dumped in the Platte River downstream, somebody's taking it out. So technically, it's reusable water. It's that fast. Castle Rock, is doing it right now. I think about 35% of their water, and it's going to even get higher, is right from their toilet to the tap.
Okay, so when you say from the toilet to the tap, okay, what do they do as far? Are you telling me also you said that human waste is being used as fertilizer?
Absolutely correct. That's been a common practice, and it's getting.
Wait. So these facilities,
yes,
water filtration and sewer systems, right? Well, they're two separate plants, the sewer plant and the water plant, right? Two separate, right?
Right. But it's close together. So the septic.
Did they send water from the sewer plant? They take that effluent and send it to water filtration.
They send it. They either dump it right into the Platte River, or they're going to chemically enhance and clean it and send it right to the water treatment district. So the water treatment district will take that water. You've seen those big water containers in municipalities.
Yeah.
So there's 34 million metric tons of sludge produced every day. And that's something that they would process and sell it for fertilizer. Now, there was a farm in Texas that bought it, and his whole, basically farmland is contaminated. One was in Michigan. And my point is, if it's so contaminated with forever chemicals, what's that say about the current state of, us, the humans?
Okay. We have another problem we haven't even talked about. That's prescription drugs and antibiotics and all that.
Exactly. That's in the water supply too.
Forever chemicals. You have plastics and nanoplastics. And you have prescription drugs.
Pharmaceuticals is the...
Because you can't filter them out.
Well, reverse osmosis can absolutely help. You can never say...
No, I'm not talking about the point of use, like reverse.
Right.
I'm talking about municipal...
No, they can't. Absolutely, they can't. There's just no way. Right now, the technology is not there. Unless you have a municipality that, is... $84 million is the average price tag for water purification filtration system, but you have to think about the volume and then the volume that it filters and how long that filter is going to last.
So here's what I think: every single home, in my opinion, I'm not so sure about retro. Well, no, retrofitting's fine too, but I think in the future, every home should have some kind of solar component. It should have some kind of water treatment for drinking.
Correct.
Even if you don't do for the whole house for laundry, everyone should have water treatment for drinking. Everyone. Because municipalities, I think they would save money doing a tax credit for a drinking system rather than fixing up the sewer plant.
So I totally agree with you. And think about this. If you treated the water at the home, then the wastewater going back in it is going to be treated. It's not going to have the level of contaminants. So
it's going to be better all the way around.
Exactly.
All right, that's Water Pros with us today, 303-862-5554. We have more coming up. Get your calls in.
Electric rates are going up.
This is how we open the show. This is how we're going to end the show.
Wow.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
Discussion is crazy.
Okay.
know, one thing about today is I looked up the watch and it was 11:30. I looked now it's 1 o'clock.
All right.
Yeah, it goes by pretty quick.
Let me give you the number that I have. It is 833-726.
Water and beer.
It's the truth. I'm telling you, there's not one thing in our society today that's not affected by contaminated water.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, let me
So here's a question: what if? So you know the puberty blockers
I will
that they
let
give
him know.
kids?
What is your
That's
name?
another I'm concerned about in the water supply. Hormones. You know, people, Tom, that take medication to augment their bodies. Well, their body is doing everything they can to expel it. That's getting in our water supply.
What is the Wells Fargo thing?
Oh.
We can talk about that, right?
Okay.
Not now. I mean, when we come on the air.
That's that $1,500 refund that never came. It's one of the 2 cases I was working where the accounts were closed and no refund of the balance.
Okay, Brian, understood. I will go ahead and let him know right now, okay? Thank you. Okay.
Can you believe we're already in October? We're going to be in the middle of October by the end of the week.
It's depressing. Summer is over.
It's gone. It goes by so fast.
I can't believe Mark's not in my fucking favorites. Come on, I gotta call him for God's sakes and put him in there. Okay, I'll put him on my favorites. Jesus. Add to favorites, okay.
I think I might leave, Doc. It's pretty slow. What do you
holding
think?
you here.
What's that? Nothing's holding me here?
Yep.
All right. You got your cracker. That's all that counts. Oh, this guy gave me a wrong fucking phone number.
Are you familiar with the show? Okay, so you know that we're a radio show and we only do on-air cases. We don't
Hey, Tom, can I talk to Dimitri?
Right here.
He's right there.
Hey, Dimitri, you're doing really a good job with those emails to the Attorney General and to those other people.
Hey, Mark.
Oh, thank you. That's nice of you to say that.
I think I'm really glad you're helping me on this because this is so much money, and I think it's really good that you're working that side of it. And hopefully this lady's going to get me a police report tomorrow, and I'm going to help her tender it over to the district attorney there in El Paso County.
Then it says,
Great.
But if you look at the
Okay.
Do you think the police officer at the airport could email us a copy of that report?
I don't think so, but I told Carol as soon as she gets her hands on it, we want it. She needs to get her neighbor to scan it to us.
Great.
Because apparently they won't.
Yeah.
They will not let her
where does it say that?
come to
Where
the
does it say-
station.
Oh, yeah,
She has to
Okay.
request it on email.
Gotcha. Well, that's great, man. I hope she gets that done.
Yeah, this is a big amount of money.
Well, especially for a
What is the
lonely elderly lady,
5,100
that's the
mean
last money she'll ever see in her life.
Yeah. So I'm glad we're working this together.
Me too. Me too.
Okay.
I'll keep calling Pacheco.
Okay,
I'll let
but
you
then
know the
there's-
moment I
there's
speak
like
with him.
27,000.
All right.
Have a great day.
Wait, 279. I mean, there's like outrageous numbers on those statistics for peaks. And you saw that, right? No, I mean, these are real numbers. So the top peak in August, they had 279,000, like just views of the general view. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, I'm starting to show them it. Okay. Car repair. Okay. What about it? Yeah. Oh yeah. That's the general view. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Cool. All right. Thanks, man. See you. Bye. Mm.
10 seconds, guys.
Thank you.
Enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Cash. That's cash. Enter it now at khow.com. Inflation salvation on 630 KHOW.
Ripped off, bad news. You need advice so you don't have to lose. We'll come running just as fast as we can. Troubleshooter's gonna help the common man.
This is the Troubleshooter Show. Now, Tom Martino.
Hello, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Welcome. So let's talk about your problems, questions, and complaints. We've had a lot to talk about. Let's go to Jennifer now, who's calling in. Our number is 303-MARTINO that you can call 24/7. 303-627-8466. Go ahead. What's happening, Jennifer?
Hi, thank you for taking my call.
What's happening?
I'm pretty much at my wit's end here. So I enrolled in a benefit through my employer. It was a dependent health savings account.
Yeah.
And the goal of the plan is to have funds go into this plan, and then I get a debit card, and those funds are then used for child care.
That's wait. So okay, not for health care. This is for child care.
Correct.
Okay. I didn't realize that you can use an HSA for child care.
I didn't either. So this is specific to just dependent care.
Got it.
And I use the funds for child care for my kids before school, after school care, and then for summer camps because I was working. And the company, the third-party company, was overseeing the plan, told me that I needed to provide proof that this was indeed for dependent care. So I submitted receipts, forms. And
Now, when you say the
me,
company,
hey,
do you mean the bank or do you mean some other administrator?
another administrator. So my employer is who offers the plan.
Yes.
And then there's a third party who oversees that plan. I'm having problems with the third party.
Okay, got it. They're the claims administrator.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Got it.
Okay,
And
so
the-
what kind of proof did they want?
They wanted receipts, and then they wanted me to fill out a form per transaction, and we're talking about 28 transactions.
Okay, and did you do that?
So I started the process, and when they started approving the transactions, which were 28 transactions, 2 of them were approved, and when I called WEX, is the company, they told me, hey, these are starting to get approved because it's for the same merchant, Denver Public Schools. I don't see why they wouldn't approve the additional transactions because it's the exact same company, the same merchant. They've already approved 2. Why wouldn't they approve the other ones? So I thought we were in the clear. All good.
So how many receipts did you
Then-
provide?
2. 2 receipts
Okay.
for the same merchant for Denver Public Schools.
Right. Okay. Got
And
it.
then what happened is I was like, it was a nightmare for me to even get approval for these 2, and I didn't want to have to go into another year having to deal with this company. So I didn't enroll in the plan again.
Okay.
Middle of September, I got an email from my employer telling me that they were going to start garnishing my wages because I didn't provide proof that these funds were for dependent care.
Wait. But it was your money to begin with, so I don't even understand this. And HSA is money you put in there, right? Do they match it at all?
No.
Then even if,
No.
see, and I had an argument like this before with a health savings account. I had an argument. Here was my argument, okay? They said to me that you're only allowed to use it for certain things. But I said to them, you're just the plan administrator. You're not responsible. In other words, it's none of their business. Even if I didn't use the money properly, it was my money. Now, the IRS can do something about it, but what do they mean they're going to garnish your wages? They're going to take your money back, and then what? What are they going to do with your money? If you put your money in there, even if it was misused, it's still your money. So the government would have something to say about it. You know, in other words, HSA is done before taxes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the most they could do is take what should have been withheld, is what they're saying. They're not going to take your money, but they're going to garnish your wages for what should have been withheld. Is that what they're saying?
No, they're taking the full amount. So I contributed $4,662 into this plan in 2021, and now they are making me pay almost $300 a week as garnishment back to them. So
yeah,
I
but
pretty
okay,
much
what are they
get
going to
my
do? What are they going to do with your money? What are they going to do with it?
Based on the email that they sent me, they told me that it's going back into the FSA for administrative costs.
But wait a minute. This makes no sense. Okay, let's break
The
it
funds
down.
are considered forfeited amounts and will be used to offset administrative expenses to run the FSA plan.
They're taking it, not just giving it back into her account.
No, they're literally saying. But Jennifer, here's the thing. They're assuming, first of all, that they weren't used for dependent care, and they were, okay? First. But secondly, so what they're saying is, did you call it an HSA or is it FSA?
I misspoke. It is F as in Frank SA, not an HSA.
Right, a family savings. All right, okay, now I understand this. Because I never heard of the health savings being used, but the flexible spending account, FSA, you can use for dependent care. Okay, so dependent FSA, dependent flexible spending, is money withheld before taxes to be used for whatever the dependent care is. You used it for your children's stuff, and as well you should. The plan administrator wanted proof. They wanted to make sure you're not buying stuff for yourself or spending it on crazy stuff, like going to the movies and stuff for your kids, right? So you provided some receipts, but not all. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay.
Because
Now,
they were from the same, it was for Denver Public Schools. So they approved 2 for Denver Public Schools. Obviously, it was for childcare. Why wouldn't they approve the other ones if it was for the exact same merchant?
and they should have. So it's going to be a little battle, but we need to teach them what to do. They're idiots.
Well, and here's the other kicker, is that I called and said, well, what communication did you send to me that you needed this information? They never sent me anything in the mail. The email address that they had on file for me that they said that they were sending communications to was an email address that wasn't even mine. I gave them every single email address, including my employer's email address.
Now, this administrator, what's the name of the administrator?
WEX, W-E-X.
And where are they located?
I believe in Maine. And their Better Business Bureau reviews, I mean, they have over 200 reviews.
You see, well, they get to keep the money.
Registrations with us.
So here's what they're saying. If you don't use flexible spending, it's forfeited, right? That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
So they're saying technically you,
But
you didn't use it.
I paid into the plan.
Right.
The payments that I used, or the funds that I put into that plan, were then given to DPS for childcare, and now they're charging me an additional $4,600 as a penalty.
Wait,
So there's
additional to the money you were, wait. But they're not taking the money you put in plus 4,000, are they?
They are. Mm-hmm.
What are you talking about? But
I already-
your money, though, that was withheld, even at worst, even if you were totally guilty, the money you put in that was yours is still yours. At worst case scenario, they would withhold the taxes, and that money would be yours, even if there was a penalty. But you're telling me they're taking both your wages plus a penalty?
Yep. So I paid into the plan.
Well, no. Did you talk to your HR department about this?
For telling me to call WEX, and WEX isn't helping me. Nobody's helping me.
Yeah, we're going to help you.
How can they garnish your wages without first taking you to court for this money?
It's called offsetting.
Exaggerating. I probably called
employer
20
can do
different
that.
attorneys.
Look,
I probably called 20 different attorneys in Colorado, and nobody will help me.
Well,
because
that's
it's $5,000.
Well, hold on. It's not
And-
just because it's 5,000. I thought how much money actually was in, let's take it one step at a time. How much money did they withhold did you put into your FSA? How much? 4,600? How much?
$4,800.
4,800 is what you saved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you used a debit card and paid your bills, right?
And then I paid dependent care.
I get it. I don't want to go. Okay. So $4,800 is what you saved, right? Before tax.
Yeah.
Okay. So in it now they want to be reimbursed. How much total? How much?
$4,600. And the reason there's a
Hold on.
difference is
No,
because they
hold on.
approved-
You told me they wanted all of your wages back, plus they wanted a penalty of $4,000. That would have been $8,000 or $9,000. So I need to get this straight. You don't have to exaggerate to get our help. We're going to help you. But your employer, you took out $4,800 and you saved $4,800 of your own money and spent it on your own dependent bills. And now they want you to reimburse them $4,600. Is that right? I guess she didn't like my questions, so we can't help.
She fell off real quickly.
Okay. So I think she didn't like my questions. Here's the deal. if she spent that money properly, then they can't get it back. And even if she didn't spend it properly, the most they could do, they're going to say it was forfeited. Now, I understand what they're saying, but they're not trying to get 8 or... Is she back? Did she come back or not? Just put her up if she
Yes,
can.
Tom.
Okay. I thought you hung up, Jennifer. Listen.
No. I
Okay.
need your help.
Okay. So the total that they want back is $4,600, right? Jesus, I don't know why we can't get an answer. Jennifer?
Yes, can you hear me?
Okay, yes. The total they want back is not in addition to your wages you saved. They want a total of $4,600 back. Is that right?
Okay, so I apologize because I don't know if I'm not well versed in this.
Then let me just explain. No, I don't want you to explain it again. I really can't have you do that. I need to ask you questions. You put your own wages away in an FSA to the total of $4,800.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Is that a yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. They want approximately $4,600 back.
Correct.
Because they're saying that money was not properly spent on dependent care, therefore it was forfeited. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, we can help you. Because you have the proof that every dime was spent on dependent care. Isn't that correct?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, your employer should not garnish your wages at all. And I would take them separately to court for the money they're taking out if we can't get this fixed. But I'm going to assign this to D. That's his nickname. He'll be in touch with you, Jennifer. This is BS.
Okay.
And I'm on your side. This is BS. Okay? Now, because they're saying you refused to show documentation. They're saying they had enough documentation because you showed them 3 or 4 or 5 receipts and all of the others were the same exact receipts, right?
Correct.
Can you supply us with all of your receipts now?
Yes.
Okay. D will be in touch with you. His name is Dimitri, okay?
Okay.
Kachina, get all of this to Dimitri. And Jennifer, I do agree with you. They're full of crap. Now, a question on a motorhome coming up. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-8255.
October is Cybersecurity Awareness Month. As the leader in identity theft protection, LifeLock reminds you to update your passwords. Using the same password across multiple accounts makes you vulnerable to cyber criminals. Updating
pay
your
back.
passwords is only one
But
way to help protect
just
yourself.
keep this
For
in mind.
comprehensive identity
The money
theft
was hers to
protection,
begin with.
You need LifeLock.
It's not like
LifeLock
it's
not
a
only
401k
alerts
when
you
you
to
borrow against
suspicious
401k,
uses of
you
your
have to pay
personal
it back.
information,
Well,
but also
it's not
fixes
like
issues
her
that arise
employer
by protecting your
contributed a
identity
dime. These
today
were her
with a
wages
30-day
she set
free
aside
trial
before
package.
taxes.
Promo code
They're saying she didn't. Fix It 24/7. We'll do an extreme clean for just $39 for new customers. There's nothing more simple than that. $39. They spend 2 hours or more on this thing, on your furnace, to get it completely ready for winter. Dirt is the #1 killer, and they get rid of dirt. It's that simple. They get rid of grime, and they take care of your furnace the way it should be. FixMyHome.com. Click book now. Get rid of the dirt and grime, the #1 killer of furnaces, with a no breakdown guarantee for the winter. FixMyHome.com. Book now. Do you know what Zero Res has in its water? Hey, we got Paul the Waterman here. He knows what purified, softened water can do to clean. It's like the greatest cleaning agent in nature. That's the whole principle of what he sells when it comes to beautiful, wonderful water. And Zero Res uses it to clean carpets. Now, I think it's a little alkaline based. I'm not sure, but I do know this. Maybe a little electric charge, but it is incredible cleaning with no residue left behind. Zero Res. If you don't use Zero Res, you shouldn't use anything, because I'm telling you, the other stuff leaves crud behind. Zero Res gets it all out from previous cleanings, and plus the dirt, plus the grime, the pathogens, the allergens. It's the best cleaning system anywhere. Just do it. ZeroResDenver.com, 303-471-5150, 303-471-5150, ZeroResDenver.com.
In life, we're always looking.
All right, now. So her wages get taken out.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with a health savings.
Yeah, pre-tax.
Pre-tax.
Deduction.
If
that's
you
always-
use it for what it's supposed to be used for,
you're good.
wonderful. It's like having 30% more money.
Absolutely.
Or 20% more money. Okay, now, if you don't use it for what it's supposed to be used for, like if you took your health savings account and tried to sneak a hot tub in there saying
Yeah.
it's for my back, and you didn't have the proper prescription,
The IRS charges your back tax.
no, you
Oh.
literally lose the money. So that's where I want you to know. If you leave your money in there, it's forfeited. Employers love these accounts, and here's why. Because with a flexible spending account, if you have 1,000 employees putting away money, there's a chance they're not all going to spend every dime, and that money comes back. That's the employer's incentive for doing it.
And they get to keep the money?
Yes.
Wait a minute. I thought that like that family savings account in Colorado, employees don't contribute to that. Just employers don't, just employee.
That's true.
So what about this one? It's just the employee contribute. The employer.
Doesn't matter if you contribute to a flexible spending account. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. If you contribute to a flexible spending account and leave it there past the end of the year, you lose it.
Okay.
And it goes back to the employer?
Yes.
Even though they never contributed anything.
Or it can go, and the employer can, maybe the company that does the administration takes a portion of it. I don't know, maybe that's their incentive.
Okay.
But you do lose your money.
Okay.
You do lose your money. If it says here, you forfeit funds. Any unused FSA money goes back to your employer. It's referred to use it or lose it.
That's
insane.
insane.
But the money came from the employee to begin with. Is that correct?
Well, from their wages.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is their money.
Yeah.
So it doesn't go back to the employer. It just goes to the employer.
Well, of course it goes back to the employer. Well, what I mean is that if she took it out to spend it somewhere else, she's got to pay it back. If you took it and misused it, you got to pay it back, and you don't get to keep it.
Gotcha.
It goes back to the employer.
Yeah. So this whole thing revolves
Now,
around
if
whether or
it's
not.
still there, the employer keeps it. The employer never destroys it. But if you used it to buy a car, and called it dependent care, you got to pay it back. But when you pay it back, you don't get to keep it. You forfeited it. That's their claim. Their claim is because she did not use it for what it was intended for, she therefore owes it back to her employer.
So just to test my understanding of this, this is not a garnishment. Because a garnishment requires a court judgment.
It is a garnishment, but it's just
a clawback.
But it's a garnishment because they're taking it out of her
I got
wages.
you. No, I totally get it.
There are plenty of garnishments that are not judgments. This is what's called an offset. Like if the employer, if you destroyed uniforms
10
or
seconds,
company
guys.
equipment.
Trusted local fiduciary advisors. TrajanWealth.com. Denver's talk station.
Online at khout.com.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. All right, after this question on a motorhome, we'll go over FSAs because a lot of people don't understand how they work, flexible spending. The government has put them in use so you have more spending power by putting money away before taxes are taken out. And if they're used for the intended purpose, then it's like you have 20 or 30% more money, or in high wage earners, 40% more money. Rick, what do you have as a question for the sale of your motorhome? Rick.
Hey, Tom. Hey, Tom. How you doing?
Good,
Long-time
man.
listener,
Thank you.
first-time caller.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
Hey, I got a question about a motorhome. My mom sold her 99 Bounder 34J on Saturday, and I wasn't there, but the auto leveler wasn't working.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that, and now he wants to rescind the sale.
Rescind it. He wants to rescind. Okay, hold on. Did she sell it as is, where is, and did she put that on the bill of sale?
All she did was sign the back of the title.
There were no
And
terms or
handshake.
conditions.
Nope.
How did she represent it in an ad? How did he find out it was for sale?
I put it on Facebook Marketplace.
And how did it read?
but I said if
What
you
did
have
it
any
read?
questions-
What did it say?
It just said it's been setting for a while. I don't know nothing about it.
Does it
Come
actually
and
say
look
it's
at
been
it.
setting a while and I know nothing about it?
Correct. I'm just helping it sell for my mom.
Okay. So you made no claims whatsoever?
None.
Okay. And did she get paid in full?
She did.
Well, I don't see how the person can just say they don't want it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. He's threatened me to put it back in front of my house, and I don't know.
Well,
where to
he
go
can
from
put it
there.
back, but he's not getting his money. Now,
Correct. That's what I was thinking.
You got to make sure your mom didn't say it's in perfect condition.
Correct.
I mean, I don't know what she said
not,
to him.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay, so
I don't know either.
did he
I
try it
didn't-
out before he bought it?
Working. He did. He took it around town.
Before he paid for it?
Correct.
She let him drive it around town?
Yep.
And why was he driving it around town, and how long did he have it?
He actually had it probably about 30 minutes just driving around town. He just
Oh.
wanted to make sure everything was in, I guess.
But he
working
did
condition,
not
I
check
guess.
the auto levelers. Are they auto levelers or are they manual levelers?
They're on the dash.
Are they just
you push the
jacks?
buttons to auto. Yeah, hydraulic.
But is it a one button where it levels automatically, or is it where you put down and look at a little level bubble?
Yeah, level bubble, and you got the right, left.
I get
up
it. So
and down.
so it's a manual leveling system that's not working. Do you know what's not working about it?
Correct. I did a search on it, and it's probably like low on oil, hydraulic oil. But I'm not too sure.
That wouldn't be a good thing because where would it go? The oil. I mean,
right.
How many miles on this?
63,000.
Not bad for a 99. Okay.
Yeah, it's in really good shape.
But it's a 25-year-old thing, right? And he knew that, right?
Correct.
Did she sign the title over?
She signed the title over. He took it.
And did the bill? What did the bill of
down,
sale
and
say? What did the bill of sale say?
She didn't do a bill of sale.
Okay. Okay. It's assumed to be as is, but this guy can try to give you trouble. Look at man, it's what? How much do you think it's going to cost to fix the leveling system?
What, maybe 500, 750?
What makes you say that though?
Just a guess on
Okay.
labor.
How much,
Pretty much
did she get for it?
9,400.
Okay. Now, here's how I would handle it. Here's how I would handle it. I would say, sir, I'd write a letter. You bought this with no promises or expectations. The ad said we knew nothing about it and had been sitting there. We're sorry the auto leveler is not working. We are not rescinding the deal.
Okay.
However, as a goodwill gesture, I am willing to refund $500 to get it fixed. If it costs more, that'll have to be on you. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. And if it costs more than that, that's on you. But other than that, I'm not refunding the whole amount. You had reasonable time to check it out. Blah, blah, blah. That's what I would do.
Okay.
I don't think. Do you think the guy really wants to? I mean, do you think he's just sorry he bought it? And when did she sell it? When did she sell it?
Saturday afternoon.
Okay. Oh, so we're talking about 2 days ago.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So that's what I would do. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah, that sounds perfect to me, Tom.
Let me know. Would you please call me and let me know what happens? I mean, when people are reasonable, I think it'll, like, I don't think you technically have to do that, but why not? It's not worth the hassle and the bad blood. And so that's why, but I would make it very clear. There were no representations made whatsoever. And we even told you it's been sitting a while. And therefore, we're not rescinding the deal. However, in a goodwill gesture, I'm willing to kick in $500 toward repairs. If it costs more than that, that's on you. Okay. I definitely put it in writing and mail it to him, and also email or however text, all of the ways you can. And then make sure you do a bill of sale for the amount minus the $500 as full and final settlement as is, and then do it. And let me know what happens. I'm Tom Martino, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Renew Home Innovations will do a beautiful shower conversion for you, and they will do it in 2 or 3 days. Stone walls, no maintenance, glass panels, no thresholds to stumble over or to walk over. You can even wheel through or use a walker if you're older. They're beautiful. They can make them exactly the way you want them with benches and grab bars and all of that. They do it in 2 or 3 days with 72 months to pay. No interest. Think about that. That's renewhomeinnovations.com, 303-904-2000.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Tom Martino now. Michael Brown tomorrow morning at 6:30 KHOW Denver. Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Downtown drivers will need to look for detours around Union Station, 17th Street, both north and southbound roads blocked at Winecoop Street due to a protest. We are seeing folks move around the area. Otherwise, 17th, both north and southbound, no cars getting through. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through town. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from DIA. If you're leaving DIA, Pena Boulevard southbound, stop and traffic.
I want to get this over.
Tower Road at 56. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. A warm week ahead of us. Mostly sunny skies today with a high of 81. Overnight low of 50. Tomorrow sunny with a high of 82. The current temperature in Denver is 80 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Progressive Commercial Insurance flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
John Fuller is a personal injury attorney, and I always say this, and I mean it. I hope you don't need him. But if you're ever in an accident and there are injuries or even the hint of an injury or you think there might be, you need to call him and talk to him free of charge with no obligation, and you get to talk to him. He's the only personal injury attorney that will talk to each and every client if they need him, and he'll do it free of charge with no obligation. Once you talk to him, if you decide to hire him, it's on a percentage fee basis. And really, you get his cell phone number that you can call or text at any time. Now, that's personal in the personal injury business. John Fuller, look him up online. John Fuller, personal injury attorney, F-U-L-L-E-R. Or give him a call, 303-597-4500, 597-4500. Get your deep clean from 888heating.com. You know there's only a few people I advertise for. They're the ones I really love in this business, 888heating.com. Garrett and his team, they do a great job, and they can do it for you. Whether you need a replacement or not, it doesn't matter. If you need to get it up and cleaned because dirt's the number one killer, then call them, 303-770-2776, or go to the website, 888heating.com. Okay, what, Paul?
So this thing about this lady, and spending money on childcare.
Yeah.
What I don't understand is if you set money aside, is it non-taxable? Then if she uses it for the wrong purpose, why doesn't automatically she pay, a tax penalty because it was non-taxable?
That's what they used to. That's what they do with, I believe, if you had a health savings account,
right,
and you spent money, and the IRS said this is not allowable, then you would have to pay tax. You would be penalized. But with a flexible spending account, it's different.
How's that? But aren't their wages still have to be reported? They're reported wages, right?
Yeah, they're part, but they're withheld before tax, like a 401k.
Okay, the only thing she's going to get she'll get a W-2 with that dollar amount.
Yes, but you know that going in, so you do, you get it.
Okay.
Now, here's the thing: she doesn't have to pay tax on that money. She doesn't have to pay tax on it. She just forfeits it.
That's like robbery. That's what I don't get. I mean, how can you?
Because with a flexible savings account, that's the rule. You lose it, you use it or lose it. But when you lose it, because you did lose it, you don't pay tax on it. So in essence, if you went out and bought a hot tub, for example, you just bought the hot tub.
Yeah, but then she'd have to pay that money back. You lose it twice, is what you're saying.
Not really, because you still spent money on the hot tub, but the money you put away, you lose. That's right.
Yeah, and so they're going to want that.
I don't know if it goes the same with an HSA. I know it does with an FA. With an FSA, it's the same. You lose it. But an HSA.
It's like with this family savings account thing the state of Colorado put together. You know, the employee, the money comes right out of the employee's account to that program for they access with the state.
But they still use it or lose it with. Hold on, let me just see. Hold on, that's an FSA. Let me find out. Okay, is it the same with the HSA? No, HSAs work differently. Okay, so with an HSA, if you don't use it, it rolls over.
Okay.
You own it, not your employer. So that's a little different, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
With
Hello, can you call
HSAs,
me
you
right
always
back?
own it.
I'm only getting static.
With
Thanks so
FSAs,
much.
you do
We have
not.
open lines.
I wouldn't know why anybody would want to go into a situation like that where you could not.
Good afternoon. Thanks for calling the Tom Martino Show.
That's silly to me.
Because they know they're going to use it. And they usually put in less than they're going to use, so they know they use it. So
Hey,
she
what's your
probably
name?
figured out what her child care was. And she probably used less, put less in it.
Yeah, but it's okay. So I don't mean to sound dense, but why not just put it in your own freaking savings account? Why?
Because that 4,800, she
Is
would have
tax-
only got 3,800.
Because the tax.
Yeah, you get to spend more money.
10 seconds, guys.
You get more buying power.
Don't miss the Doghouse Correspondence Dinner on Saturday, October 19th.
Need a new roof? Call Excel
You get-
Roofing,
yeah.
303 761 6400.
You should have like ice cream bars up there.
Okay, I will. Hi, Tom Martino here, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. I want to clarify FSAs, which are different than HSAs. A health savings account is money you put away before tax, and you own it. That money is put in an account, and you have full control over it. Now, you can draw money out and use it for anything you want, but if it's not proper, the IRS will tax you and penalize you for it. The employer doesn't get involved in that. So if you go and buy a hot tub in your health savings account and you don't have the proper paperwork or prescription, you'll be penalized. But your employer won't say don't buy it. Your employer has nothing to say about it. None of them do. They don't get receipts, nothing. It's your money, you do what you want. If you don't use it, it's carried over for the next year. When it comes to an FSA, a flexible spending account, the government has allowed us to use those for other things. So an FSA can be used, for example, for dependent care and child care. If you don't use an FSA, it doesn't carry over to the next year like an HSA. Instead, you lose it. Okay? So you put away, let's say, $6,000. And you don't use it, or you use $4,000. That extra $2,000 that you didn't use is forfeited. You don't pay tax on it, but you don't get it either. The $4,000 that you use for the purpose, that's fine. You don't pay tax on that either. But if you put the whole $6,000 in there and you used it on stuff that the administrator doesn't agree with, they're going to say, guess what? You forfeited the money. Then you have to fight about it. Now, that's the problem, because with the FSA, you don't own it. And a third-party administrator can determine if it was used properly. Now, in her case, it was used properly, but she didn't provide the receipts according to the administrator. That's the difference between an FSA and an HSA. Tracy, what's going on with you, Tracy? Welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you. I'm in from out of town, and I have a son that's 32 years old, and he's been going through mental issues. He's schizophrenic.
Now, that's pretty serious. Was he diagnosed?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
And he goes to, because he's also been on methadone, and he goes in every morning to see his 2 counselors, and they give him the methadone. And he goes to work.
Now he gets methadone because he's a recovering heroin addict?
Yeah. No, he was doing pills.
What kind of pills?
Prescription pills.
Like opiates?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's way better stuff than methadone to get off of those. But okay, so he's on methadone.
That's his routine. Yeah, he does his routine. He's very good at routine.
Okay.
So he goes in.
But what is he doing for his schizophrenia?
He's not getting. We're trying to get him to go get help and get on medication, and he has PTSD. So his sister and I flew in here to try to take him because the counselors called and said that he was in crisis. He's having psychotic episodes.
Okay.
So we fly down here and we go to see him, and he doesn't recognize us because
Right.
her scar
Right.
is not right. So we call the crisis team, and they go out and they knock on his door and talk to him, and he's very short and shuts the door. And they just say that nobody can help him because he's not admitting that he's in crisis.
Well, I thought there was something you can do if you could get a medical professional and family members to say that he needs help. You could involuntarily admit him. So you're telling
And
me...
we have them. Yeah, he's seeing these people, and they're knowing. We've talked to the crisis
Well, hold on.
team.
Well,
We've
are they
sent them out 3
saying...
times.
Well, what did they say about involuntary admission? What did they say about it?
That he has to be voluntary.
No. Well, of course he doesn't. There are people who are involuntarily institutionalized all the time. So I mean, what do they mean by that?
I just don't know how to do that.
Okay.
Because we're asking them, because he's 32 years old.
Yes.
They're saying to us that there's nothing we can do just to get well checks. And if for some reason he ends up hurting someone or himself, then they can step in. But he's losing his apartment. He's about to be on the street because he won't sign his lease because he's paranoid.
No, I get
He
it.
doesn't even turn on his lights because he thinks people are stealing his electricity. So he's gradually gotten worse. And he sees these counselors every day, and they're telling us he's getting worse, but yet nobody is stepping in to help us. And I just don't know where else to go.
Okay. Doc? Is Doc there?
What, Tom?
So what do we do? Isn't there a way to involuntarily admit a family member into a mental health facility? I thought there was.
Well, you can get a 72-hour hold for sure.
And then they'd see that he's not normal.
But they said that we have to get him to voluntarily go to the hospital to do that.
That is not true.
No.
That's the whole idea of the Baker Act. It's not voluntary. That's the whole freaking idea. I just can't believe you're being flim-flam like this. I mean,
who told you that?
Falling through the cracks, and he's going to lose his apartment, be out on the street, and he's lived there for 5 years.
Look, Okay. Honest to God, I can't believe you're going through this. Okay. In Colorado, involuntary admission is known as civil commitment, and here are the steps, okay? A licensed mental health care professional and a peace officer can do it. Okay? Now, the other one is that this is a 72-hour hold. It does not have to be voluntary. They just have to observe him. Now, has he been to a mental health care professional?
He's been admitted before.
Okay. Involuntarily?
No. Always emergency room. Well, he went to the emergency room, and then they seen that he was in crisis and put him in.
Now, when you go to, does he recognize, her scar wasn't right according to him. Does he recognize you?
He does, but he hasn't seen me in a while, and I guess we live in both different states, and it kind of, I don't know. He was right. It was okay at first, and his paranoia clicked in. And
where is he? And I don't want his address, but what municipality is he in?
He's in Boulder.
I just can't believe. Well, the problem in Boulder is him distinguishing himself from as abnormal. Maybe that's because everyone up there is crazy. I mean, this is ridiculous. They should be able to involuntarily take him into custody. If a police officer knocks at the door for a wellness check and can observe it, they can then take him and have him on a 72-hour hold. Why won't they do that? Did you talk to Boulder police?
Yes, we did talk to him, and they.
Doc, can you call?
The criteria that he answered, but he just said his electricity wasn't working, and you can look at him. His arms are so thin, and his eyes are bulging, and he is just. You could just tell him he's in psychotic.
Can you take him to the emergency room, Tracy?
No, he won't go with her.
Oh, he won't.
Go.
But how does he eat? How does he do anything like that?
You gotta take a break, Tom.
Well, he's went through his money for the month, so he's behind in rent.
Hey, do me a favor, Doc. If you could just call Boulder police and say they're allowed to visit him, and if they observe he's not, they can put a 72-hour hold on him. I mean, I just don't know why they wouldn't do it. I got to take this break. Hold on, Tracy.
Okay.
Doc, at least talk to her off the air, please.
Okay.
You're the one, if anyone, that can at least talk to the police. I'm Tom Martino.
Now, Impact Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
Downtown drivers will need to look for detours around Union Station, 17th Street, both north and southbound roads blocked at Wine Coupe Street due to a protest. We are seeing folks move around the area. Otherwise, 17th, both north and southbound, no cars getting through. I-25 north and southbound showing highway speeds through town. I-70 east and westbound flowing free to and from DIA.
Let's talk
if
about
you're
your
leaving
special.
DIA, Pena Boulevard southbound, some stop and go traffic between Tower Road and 56th. Fox 31 pinpoint weather. A warm week ahead of us. Mostly sunny skies today with a high of 81. Overnight low of 50. Tomorrow sunny with a high of 82. The current temperature in Denver is 80 degrees. With your Impact Traffic and weather, Mark Swan, 630 KHOW.
Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
All right, O'Brien Legal Services is all about real estate. If you're a landlord and you're being haunted by, let's say, some kind of squatter or a tenant you need to evict, the eviction laws have changed. He can help all landlords with these terrible situations. He can help you with any real estate issue whatsoever. O'Brien Legal Services, olslaw.com, 720-370-7388, olslaw.com. Hey, what about real estate if you're trying to sell? Right now, if you want to sell, of course, you can go to the conventional route, but there are a lot of people who don't want any kind of, they don't want any kind of showings. They don't want to make repairs. They don't want to do any deferred maintenance. They just want to sell. Home investors will buy your home, and all you have to do is call them. Now, you decide if it's a good offer or not. There's no hocus pocus. When they make an offer, they'll write the check. So it's only a phone call. You have nothing to lose. 800-44-BUYER. 800-44-BUYER. All right. Where am I hearing my sound come? Test. Where's that sound coming from? You do hear it other than this. Testing 1, 2. Oh. There's a speaker.
Only you.
Is it? Let me just see if it's my computer. No, I'm talking about here. There's an amplification right now coming from somewhere. It's not.
Hey, Jonas,
it should only be coming from headphones. So let me just see.
No.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. It's
all right.
Somehow a sound coming back.
Say it again?
Do you hear? You only hear me here locally. You don't hear anything.
Absolutely.
No, there's something.
719.
It's coming out.
03.
Test. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
I got the
thanks.
volume all the way down. It's still coming out of there.
Yeah.
I just don't know why. Yeah, it's coming out of there. I just don't. But I have the down. So testing one. Oh, there it goes. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. It's the local button. That's what it is. Somebody turned up the local button. See, let me tell you what it means. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Test. That was on. That shouldn't have been. Okay. And this is the return. Okay, got it. I knew I was hearing myself, and I didn't know why. Okay. Let's get this special out.
Looking at everything, Tom, you're done for the day. You're out of time.
I won't have any time at all.
None whatsoever.
Am I going right into the close?
Not even the bed. It'll be straight from spot block to spot block.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Yep.
Hey, guys, say goodbye, everybody. Okay, by the way, for those listening online, $31.95 for both softening and water purification, both. That would be over $5,000 from Paul. From plumbers, it would be over 15 or 16,000. So we got to get out of here because guess what? We overstayed our welcome and we're out of time. So I'm going to be closing up the thing here. Let me give a wide shot so these guys can wave goodbye. Anyway, so and Suze, no more disgusting stories on YouTube. No more disgusting stories. I shouldn't say more to come. What I have to say is we're done. Why is more to come up there? More to come shouldn't be there right now. That's my fault. But anyway, guys, we're done. So there's not more to come. Yeah, okay. Guys, thank you for joining us today. We appreciate it. There we go.
Thanks for getting me coffee.
Thank you, guys.